Hello and welcome. Here we are to play some more D&D, our Friday night 8 to midnight game. We'll just get right into what happened last week. We're just going to get right into it because we didn't do a lot, but we had a lot of fun destroying big rat people and stuff like that. So let's get into our recap about what happened last night. Anybody?
What was that guy's name? Rattlebog?
Rudderbog.
Rudderbog.
No one knows how to say
He was huge.
Yeah.
He was huge.
We raised a bunch of people. Varen raised a bunch of guys.
Yeah, I got permission to raise some skeletons to get it out of my system.
So happy about.
Yeah.
Hey, they did work. They did good work.
You did great work.
They did exactly what we needed them to do.
Yep.
Yes, my poor skeletal children. We learned we were the prophesized ones.
Well, I mean, according to Calypso, anyway.
Yes. Calypso, answered the question yes. If we would save them and be the prophesized ones.
Tongues and was able to talk to the rats.
Somebody asked, if you're a god, you say yes.
We received a large offering of hats and had a shenanigans with a building, skeletons leading the Rudderbog to the building with both Baldtrig, Charlatan, and Cedro running up said building or running all over said building. I have to
say, I rewatched the episode, and Nino, you might be one of the funniest guys that has ever played in one of my games. That shit awesome. with Baldtrig appearing in front of you had me dying a second time. It was so good.
Yeah, the
good.
Posting up guard, really liking your knives, all that. And then throwing yourself at it and bouncing off the thing. That was we all wanted you to kill it. We really wanted Charlatan to kill it.
Jumped and bounced right off of it.
I just bounced off him. Gosh. I have like an image of some movie of that exact same happening, but I can't think of what it was.
Don't worry. I'll pay it later. It'll be on the ship.
Yeah.
Maybe like a comic strip on the
Bring it
wall.
back to the ship.
It'll be epic.
Well, you guys had fought the Rudderbog. The giant is cutting it short on how big this creature was. This gargantuan rat creature that looks like it had been just terrorizing the rat folk of the Underglen. You guys actually dropped a building on it and then proceeded to gaze it, coup de grace, and then kill it in a matter of a couple rounds. And it was amazing. You guys did it.
Shot a fucking cannon at it.
Cannons, lights, all kinds of stuff, arrows.
And Argent, with his final investigation and using his flash of genius to find the collar that opens the door that we need to go.
Yeah, that
Which is
embedded collar.
How you guys opened the God, words are hard sometimes.
The door.
It was not,
Doors
it's not
are
a door,
hard.
it's a portcullis on the other side. I had to go look at my...
Oh yeah, because it went like that.
I really liked Varen getting knocked prone by the fire hose that he created.
Oh, the
blood part.
Yeah,
I may paint that one too.
Going on, that's pretty much the talking with the rat folk and fighting of the Rudderbog was pretty much the entire episode, but it was a lot of fun, and we're picking right up after that. Everybody's kind of beat up a little bit. People have used spells and tools, and the doors across the end of this open cavern have unlatched and opened outwards with the glowing torches on either side. It's kind of like a greenish, bluish glow torch. Looks like some kind of magic fire that has been there probably forever. Depending on if you guys actually do Arcana or not, you guys probably figure out how long those have been. But for the most part, they've been there for a long time, and they are now showing their usefulness. What are you guys doing? The city seemed this part of this underground city, now that you guys have threatened and to hurt and maim the rat folk of the Underglen, they have all disappeared into their they have all disappeared into the shadows. And now it seems eerily quiet, besides the sounds that you yourselves are making.
And the music blaring in my ears.
I would like to take this time here in this silence to thank all my companions for your concern after my great leap upon the giant's head, which not as fortuitous as I had hoped. But I'm quite well, thank you. Yes.
We appreciate the effort.
That would have been really cool had you had stuck the landing.
What I planned on being a
Next
hero
time.
and all.
Next time, you'll get them. You'll get them.
I'm looking around for any rat folk skeletons that could be like, bodies left laying around or things that can make
Go ahead
use
and roll
of.
me. Are you like searching for them, or are you just kind of glancing around?
I'm searching, but with inside a family, knowing that rats could jump out at me, and
All right,
I'm
go ahead and
trying
roll
to be
me and
cautious.
investigate then.
We're over by the door, right? We haven't opened it.
No,
we-
you're kind of like
we
in the
did open
middle of this Underglen city. You guys haven't actually gone over to the door.
I thought we did because you said it opened.
Yeah, you can see it because the torches on either side of it,
Oh,
which it being one of the few only things in the entire Underglen that actually has light next to it. It is kind of, you can absolutely see it from a long ways away.
okay.
I got an 11.
Looking around, this place, besides the rubble and stuff from the building that had collapsed next to you, the ground seems very clean. like not necessarily clean, but like well kept. There's not like refuse around. There's no bones. It seems very title. It seems very tidy compared to what you would expect from an underground city with doesn't seem like there's any escape from this place for these people. But it seems very clean and tidy. There's also a smattering of hats around from where they had brought out hats and set them down in front of you.
All right.
Oh, and I still have that hat. That little itty-bitty one that couldn't fit on my head.
Oh, yes, the magical one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to bring it to Argent. I think he's... You're the one that can identify things. Right?
Yes.
Question mark?
And the pearls we have are sort of a limited resource.
Well, I'll hand him the little itty-bitty helmet. And say, this will not fit on my head, so do with it what you will.
You could ask Sabatok if he knows what that hat does. Maybe he made it like the key.
Oh, yeah.
Good idea.
Might save us a pearl. Otherwise, I'd say just save the pearl.
Yeah, because I was kind of thinking about using it to bargain with some mages here.
What?
Well, one of the things that we had identified is this material that you use to make like a pocket dimension.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of have one, planned out already.
That makes sense that you would do that.
And it requires a lot more magic than we have available.
And you think a pearl is going to do that?
Don't exist.
Well, it's just since they've been kind of cut off from the rest of the world, their supply here is probably close to zero.
How many pearls do you have?
3.
Oh. Okay. So. Got it.
I mean, normally they're worth like 100 gold. I'd say here they're worth like 5 or 10 times that.
And you, oh. Okay.
Does
I
that
mean,
mean
if we don't need it, then
Does that mean that spell that they? I mean, identifying all the items that we had. Does that mean that was a larger expenditure than I was thinking?
No. Don't you remember? Did you not see the letter? The note?
Oh, my
Yeah.
note?
Uh-huh.
You think Apollo will help us out with the magic?
Well, no, he
What?
just didn't need a material component.
Oh, yes.
He-
Should I write him a letter?
It's very useful.
Oh, are you speaking of this famous pugilist?
Yes.
Nope. That one.
Not that one. Oh.
No.
I always wanted to
Different.
meet. Anyway, carry on.
Supposedly he is a god. I didn't know this.
Is he the god of weathers?
Of what?
Weathers.
Weathers?
Yes.
Sure.
I think he's the god of knowing where everybody is because he had a map that knew where everybody is.
Yeah. Prophecy.
I don't know anything about him.
Me either.
Like,
Except for apparently he cares enough about Calypso to give her a small toy and that.
That was from my parents.
The toy was from your parents, not the letter.
Yes, the
Your
toy.
Your father's a god?
No.
No. I asked the god, the keeper of the maps, who I did not know was a god, for information about my parents, and he gave me a stuffed animal and a letter back.
I remember not supposed to be speaking about stuff like this outside of a certain room.
Oh.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
too late for that.
shit. I look around, is anybody watching?
As you look around, there's just the light coming from Varen's shovel, and it only goes out in about 60 feet or so, and then it kind of dims off into the darkness. And besides that, there's nothing. You guys don't hear anything. You guys don't see anything. It's pitch black past the light given off by the shovel.
I think we're okay.
So, within
you
the
really-
range,
I mean, this place is pretty cavernous. Her voice is scary.
Do you want to upset that rabbit? Is what I want to say is, I mean, that Twitch was a little twitchy on it, so I don't know if we want to upset him.
says the guy who threw a brownie out the window.
I've learned. The smaller they are, the more trouble they are.
The more feisty they are.
Like, and I just pointed Calypso. Case in point for family.
And
I used to
don't
be a lot
deny it.
smaller. I'm less of a problem now.
You know,
I don't think that
I don't
matters.
really agree with that entirely.
You are just a
Baldric-
bigger problem now.
If Baldric says he can trust me, it means I'm right.
I mean,
Bob's comments are killing me right now.
you're definitely
I was
less
with
of
you
a problem
for-
now because you're not being controlled by that shadow.
Yeah.
You're just
I-
a different problem.
I wasn't controlled by the shadow at all.
No. Your other you, which is smaller, is
The
controlled
you that is not you.
by the shadow.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to play to your logic. I just drink.
Does that thing ever run out?
She refills it all the time.
It does run out. Probably gonna run out in this place.
You better be careful. Or you'll run out.
Then I'll drink some of Baltrig or Argent's fire water.
I gotta put my hand on her. Are you feeling okay?
So far, yeah, I haven't had to drink the fire water.
I can see Argent or Baldric just now like recalculating spell components because of it.
Just how much mom needs to drink.
You always have a little extra.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
So
We're
I'm gonna
standing at the door.
walk over to the nearest illuminated wall.
All right, that'd probably be the downed building that you guys had collapsed on the creature. So you guys are kind of like near this hulk of a flesh mound of a creature that was once a rat monstrosity,
I'm gonna
and
paint
near the
a-
wall of this building.
Kind of a little sign, but I'm gonna do it in thieves' cant. And it's gonna read, "Calypso has purple if you have coin."
No! I wipe it down. I'm looking around. I'm like, no! Do not write that. We will get killed.
Don't we need coin?
No, not here. We don't know.
I don't think these rats have any money.
And also remember, she doesn't have it on her anymore. It's being,
I was told that people will kill for the purple here. So,
Like the lady upstairs.
Here, like they wouldn't kill for the purple
did they?
back home.
Not as much as here. They can't get it here.
You told people if they brought you a head they could have some purple, and they went, okay.
I
we'll
did not
out
say
of-
that. I did not say
I
that.
put my
It
hand
was
up.
Varen.
I mean, according to the book, that was me. I didn't say it.
I would
The
never
other
say
me
that.
said it.
I would
The
never
short
say
said
something.
The
I-
shorter evil one said it.
I
They
will sell the
jumped
drugs,
out of
but
the
I
air.
will not promote murder for the drugs.
You're drug dealers as well? Is that
Ah!
God, my goodness.
Well,
What kind of group have we fallen into?
I mean,
Money, good sir, money.
in Cedro, you should realize that Baltrig's probably not going to give it back to her.
Why not?
She needs to change a new impression because Mom's drinking too much.
Wait, give it back to who?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what are you talking? She hasn't gotten into the water yet.
Are you trying to keep Mom from drinking? I say that loud enough for her to hear.
I said I don't drink too much.
Yeah.
That's
the right
not
amount.
what Varen was saying.
Well, he just said we were ne'er-do-wells. Maybe if we weren't so ne'er-do-welly, then I wouldn't have to drink so much.
But I mean, that isn't. I thought we were sort of. That's what we did.
Yeah,
Is
that is kind of what we do.
I've only been described as weird. Is that ne'er-do-well?
No.
Okay, I'm good then.
Well, I mean, you know, the other Varen that said, you know, bring me a head for purple. That's ne'er-do-welly.
I mean,
The one that forces dead people to wash him.
That was really weird.
I did.
You though,
Wait.
wasn't that?
That's creepy.
I
You-
did that too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
creepy. That's a creepy thing to do. Speaking of creepy, I do have something for you there.
Oh dear.
What?
And I pull out
He gets like really excited.
the mask. It's like a plague doctor style mask made of that black marble with the red veins and the white spots.
Ooh.
It's filled with, smelly herbs. There's like a mechanism on the inside that you can activate to ignite them and maybe use that size to our advantage. Little intimidation.
Ooh. Well, I'll like put it on, like.
Oh, and the eyes, they just kind of glow red just for fun.
Oh, that is creepy.
So I turn around, face away from them, and I slowly, put it. I shovel down, and I just slowly put it on. Just turn.
Once you put it on, you feel a slight change in yourself. Like you feel more in touch with your nature.
So I'm leaning, I was leaning my head down, and then I turn, and then I just slowly turn and look over.
His eyes are glowing red, that low, dark glow. Not like a bright glow, but a very low glow.
And I hold that look for a moment, and then this is so cool!
Oh my god, guys!
Yep. Ruin it.
Does it smell of chamomile and lemongrass, or what does it have inside of it?
What does it smell like?
A little of this, a little of that.
Just a second.
Make a Constitution save.
Oh,
You're gonna get so high.
he's gonna scare himself.
Get a flower up his nose.
That's a 7.
Ah, it smells good. Something with lavender, and all of a sudden your vision gets like a little blurry, but you feel good.
Oh no, did you put purple in it?
I did not put that in there. Baldric has it.
I
Whew.
know that.
All right. Well,
It's
let's
like, this
go.
is like a mellow.
Unless Argent can get to the
Okay.
bag with the
I
purple in
I
it.
pick up the shovel. I just sling it over my shoulder, and I just like walk up, just like yeah.
I think he's high.
I may have gotten some contaminated herbs.
What?
Define contaminated.
I don't know. I'm not
He
from
just-
here.
You're
I
right,
just-
I'm the drug dealer.
They smelled pretty good.
Uh,
They burn well. That's what's important.
Jason,
Yeah.
for the next 24 hours, you have advantage on your Constitution concentration checks.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Disadvantage on investigate.
Oh.
You don't focus good.
But then again, you're able to hold your focused magics through getting hit and stuff.
Right. Okay. So I'm just Varen's now just standing there, just staring and just big smile.
We can't see it. You have a mask.
Yeah, we can't see.
Oh, that covers the whole face. Okay, but he's got a smile.
Leg
Uh,
doctor.
Like,
Varen,
yeah.
go ahead and make a knowledge religion check.
All right.
Village.
That is a 16.
You recognize the smell of this incense that is being used is a sort of religious foci that they would use in old temples.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will just take the shovel and just hold it out in front of me, the head out, facing the symbol, and I'll just, feeling the since I've imbibed, I'm gonna go into an internal prayer to Merkel,
Okay.
kind of to. And then at the end, I'm gonna pause, like no one else is there, right?
You
To
say this out
myself.
loud?
No, I
was
said
gonna
that
say,
to myself. in my
Everybody's
head.
like staring at you, like. No, but there's you don't hear anything.
All right.
I awakened mine to Varen. I'm like, you've
No, no.
got glowing red eyes now. Does that mean you can see the rats? You should look for them.
Who is this?
You know who this is.
Oh.
Who are you
Remember,
talking to?
awaken mind is only one way. You can't respawn back
Oh,
to
I
him.
can't respond. Okay.
That's why I was thinking he responded out loud.
He just sees me go like this, and then pause and just turn and just look at Cedro. I mean, I still need the torch. I mean, the light on the shovel to see, right?
Correct.
Not hard to.
So we're still standing at the door, right?
No, you have not made it
We
to
need
the
to
door
travel
yet.
to it.
Oh, I thought we already opened it last time.
No,
Middle of the-
it opened last time. Oh, that's right. You
Yeah,
actually had to
because we
use
held the
you had to
thing up
use the
to
thing
it.
to it. Yeah, that's right.
And it opened. So,
So
we're
yes,
kind
you
of
did
standing
get
in an
close
open
to it,
door
and
right
you did
now.
investigate. They got the same runes, and they opened up because they matched the
All right.
That was my fault.
Okay.
I
That's what I thought.
rewatched the episode last time.
Going to take a peek inside.
As you peek inside, past the clawed doors that have opened, about 10 feet past that, there's a portcullis on the inside that has already been raised. It looks like the stones around whatever used to be the portcullis looks like the beginnings of a gate or a keep, a gate to a keep. On the inside, it looks like it would be a large building, and there's rooms and corridors and stuff inside.
I say, charlatan, will you go with me to see what's up ahead? Make sure there's no traps. You're pretty good at finding traps.
Indeed, and in this time, I would rather not say ladies first. Well, I'll find the traps. Follow me, thank you.
All right.
All right.
But before he steps out, I'm going to reach up with the shovel and just tap him on the head and give him guidance.
He probably pooped a little bit.
Just inside the portcullis,
He's confused.
the stone, the crumbled stone that has kind of smashed a lot of this once large keep / building. You're guessing it's a keep just by the style of the inside and how it looks. To the left, that goes 5 feet to the left, following the stone wall. Well, then you can see that the rooms come jutting out of the stone that have now piled against this. To the right, it kind of goes forward 5 feet and off to the side 10 feet, creating a total of a 25-foot like large corridor, like a sort of antechamber with what looks to be old tattered rug of some sort on the ground that has long gone to age and is slowly falling apart over time. Old benches that are deteriorating due to time. Ancient paintings that are starting to fall apart and crumble. Dust and webs hanging on them. The pictures are hard to make out with the grime and dirt that has accumulated over them over the years. The different rooms, all the corridors seem to be about 10 feet wide. And different lengths. Off these different corridors are different doors leading to different chambers.
Which one do you want to check first?
I'm going to send
a map,
a picture to the group text so that we can have a kind of an idea of what the opening corridor looks like. Kind of how it all goes forward. I know that you at home won't be able to see this, but bear with us if you can.
I think it's just show a picture of the map or something.
I don't know if it's going to show. I'll give it a go here in a second, but first I'll send it to the group so everybody has their own picture that they can reference, and then I will hold it up to the stream so that everybody else can see it. All right, I should be heading out now, and I will hold up a picture to the stream for everybody. As the group is currently going in from this larger chamber down in here, the doors going forward, these are the double doors that open out either side. And that's the portcullis. Here's goes off 5 to one side, 10 to the other. These different corridors are like hallways. There's single doorways going into these different rooms throughout the different area. I hope that helps everybody.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't exactly get a full map.
I wasn't trying to show everybody the whole thing.
You don't get the whole map right now.
You guys got a majority of the beginning of the map.
And those are 5-foot squares.
5-foot squares. This chamber, this chasm that looks like it has been stone that has fallen a long time ago. This has crushed whatever part of the keep that was here. Probably offset from the underglen that you guys were at before. So as Calypso and Charlton begin their investigation going inward, there is a large 15-foot by 25-foot long rug that is open in the center.
We're right here?
Yes, going in.
Okay. We're right at the double doors.
There's a 15-foot by 25-foot rug that is in the main area. There's a 5-foot gap with small wooden tables that are holding ancient vases and stuff. The plants long have gone to rot or have dried where they are. There's a 5-foot area around the rug before you get to the wall. The corridors go off to the left, off to the right, and kind of forward and off to the right.
I want to do this quietly.
All right.
Yep.
Why don't you
Very
guys both
quietly.
go ahead and roll me a stealth check?
I'm
Okay.
gonna tap Argent on the shoulder, and I'm gonna thieves cant to him. Can you see if there's any magic and warn them if need be before they walk in?
Oh,
Being that this is the first skill you use, since you got the aid, you get to add a d4. This is your aid check
AIDS check.
that Varen gave you.
The guidance that I cast.
Guidance, not
Oh.
aid.
Got it. I was like, what?
That was a stealth, you said?
Yes, this is a stealth.
Okay.
Calypso.
30.
Wow.
Damn.
Dang, I got 22. Oh wait, do I add the aids?
Yeah,
Yes.
I guided Charlotte.
You get guidance.
A D4
26.
of AIDS.
It's a d4.
Oh, I don't just add it for aids.
Roll for
Oh,
AIDS.
okay, so only a 25.
I know. First
25.
roll.
Okay. Going in, the rest of the group is kind of at the first door that has opened up, kind of like two hands together. Everybody else, you gotta watch as both Calypso and Charlton take very stealthy poses and go in, moving from shadow to shadow.
Taking a cue from Calypso, I'm gonna hide. Practicing my skills.
All right, go ahead and roll a stealth at the edge
She's
of the
trying
doorway.
to copy Calypso now. You're still wearing blue.
I'm gonna move the shovel so that the light of it is not like directly down the opening, but it's along a side wall, so it doesn't like emit too much. Then I'm just gonna stand there staring down the hall creepily with the mask eyes, just
22.
smiling.
22.
Ooh.
Yeah, you now that you're actually instead of trying to
Hide
trying to hide and seek kind of game, you just kind of watched both of them go into kind of a foot to a heel to toe kind of walk. You see the way that they're moving into different areas, and you kind of take up the same pose, and you feel like you kind of get a better understanding now of what they were actually trying to do. All right, you guys move in. Are you guys looking for traps? What are you guys doing?
Yeah, I want to look for traps, and especially want to look at this rug and maybe look under the rug if I think it's safe.
All right.
Yep.
You know that it is like a thick, kind of like a Persian rug that's really thick and on the ground. It does have dust on it from long time of sitting here. You could roll it as it is 15 foot wide and 25 foot long. So you could roll it if you wish, but you can't just pick it up and see under the whole thing. What are you trying
Or we
to
could just slowly sneak up to it and just kind of push down on it to see if it just falls into a pit of spikes.
I'm gonna go and lift a corner and just look under it.
As you lift the
It's
corner
pretty-
of it,
pretty
and
specific.
you realize that this is a heavy rug, but you do not see anything under it. As you guys are looking for traps, I can go ahead and get the first investigate check for traps.
Try this again.
Don't do that.
20.
22.
22, nice. As you guys start checking the rug and the general area, you don't think it's trapped. But I do want a perception from the two of you.
Do this until it fails. Perception?
Yes.
16.
16 as well.
All right. You guys get about halfway down the rug as you're checking for traps, and the corner to your right, the one that's staggered forward, closer to you a little bit forward, closer. You guys swear that you at the corner of your eyes, you both kind of look over, and maybe if you think you might have seen what looked to be some kind of dark, shadowy figure, looks like shooting arrows into some other figures that look like they were in the room, but then the figure jumps back and kind of goes into the shadow again, and you guys kind of like lose track of it. Both of you kind of glance at one another, and both are kind of making the same kind of face, both realizing you had both seen the same kind of thing off the corner.
What was
You
that?
couldn't make out any details, but it looked like there was like kind of a shadow of a fight going on.
A shadow of a fight happening next to us.
Yeah, and then it stops. It's not
As
there
we
anymore.
looked.
It was kind of like out of the corner of your eye. You looked, and it kind of stopped when you guys actually kind of focused in on it.
I'm gonna take my crossbow and sneak around to that corner and look down that little hallway.
I'm gonna follow him and take out my dagger.
Okay. As you go over to there, it seems like this is more of a room that has gone to rubble. The door where the door used to be has kind of collapsed onto either side, creating a larger passage. The room, you can't really make out what it once was. Maybe a bedroom, maybe a sitting room. But long ago, rubble has crushed the things in this room, and there is nothing there that you see specifically. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Ooh. I think maybe I'm lucky. No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Lucky.
5.
I don't
7.
think you should ever take that feat again.
5 and 7.
Ooh.
You guys, as you guys are both looking around the corner and kind of focused on this room, some movement out of the corner of your eye as you look to your left down the corridor, kind of continuing on, but you don't see anything. Something some movement caught the corner of your eye, and you guys both looked, but didn't catch anything when you looked.
Probably nothing. And I'm kind of scared, but I'm pretending to act tough. So I'm gonna continue looking for traps.
All right. Go ahead and roll me an investigate.
I'll help him out.
All right. Go ahead and roll an investigate to see if you can give him assistance.
How dark is it where they're at?
It is pretty dark where they're at right now.
I awakened mine.
Ooh, I rolled a 17.
Did you see any rat people?
17. So you have an
look around.
advantage there, Charlton.
Okay, 18.
18. With an 18, you start kind of going through the rubble a little bit, and you find underneath the sediment that has gathered here, there seems to be some long shapes underneath the sediment. And when you move the dust and rubble aside, you find some ancient arrows there. You find 3 ancient arrows on the ground. A very unique make. They look like they were handmade, and it looks like the stone was carved on these arrows. Like almost like if you were carving it out of wood.
You should go give these to Varpu. I think that would make her really happy.
You think she would like me?
No. But
Oh.
it would help.
No.
But it would help get you in her good graces. Baby steps.
I look around in response to Cedro's reference, and then I try
Roll
to
me a
see
perception.
Mom. I got a 21 to try to see Mom. Like just like as I look around for rats.
You don't see the rats, and you remember her stepping to the side behind something, but you kind of lost track of her.
I do that little freak out, like, wait, where'd Mom go? And I start looking for her because I'm scared. Did someone just grab Mom?
I'm scared.
Mom. Mom.
Chill out.
Well, she's gone.
She's over there just like...
Oh shoot. Okay. Oh, all right. Huh.
She was just behind the doorway on the side. All right. Charlton, Calypso, what are you guys doing?
Continuing on.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn around because
Do you pick up those arrows?
Correct.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go back towards the carpet,
Okay.
and I want to sit on the carpet,
All right.
Just sit on
and I want to imagine air and sky. I'm just very hopeful.
I see him sitting on the carpet, just like squinting his eyes, and I'm like,
And I'm like trying to like.
do you need to go to the bathroom?
So, as you try to do this, you keep thinking back to yourself that you don't believe in magic and that this is stupid.
Okay, so I get up and I go down the
More
hallway to the
confirmation
left
doesn't exist.
and look for more traps. I want to go in this little room that's to the left.
All right.
Like you turn left down the hall and then the first door on the left.
Okay. As you get over there, you realize that you come to a what looks like a chamber door. This looks, it's not like large as like some of the other, like the opening area or the other kind of broken down door to the other side. This door hasn't been, you can tell by the dust and grime on the ground that this door hasn't been opened in a very long time. It looks like it's made out of nice wood, but over the years, time has taken its toll on it.
I want to open the door.
Go ahead and roll your investigate, because you said you were checking for traps.
That's nice.
Are you
And
still-
I was
are you
help.
still
I'm
trying to
helping
help?
him still, but as he was sitting on the rug, and I see him just sitting there squinting, and trying to do something, and then he gets up and walks away, kind of just like what, and so I send a message to, because I assume everyone's still in the doorway.
Yes.
I send a message to, I think it was Argent. No, it was Baltrig that sees magic.
Both.
You
Both
would
of
know
you.
that both of them can.
Okay, so I'll send a message to Argent and say, could you see if anything around here is magic? And then,
Sure.
and then I'll follow Charlatan.
Is
Okay.
it safe to come in? I'll sign.
What?
Like in. Okay. I'll let everyone know that it's safe to go in, and I will put my goggles down
And I'll sign
and.
only in this front room though,
All right.
and I'll go help him with the door.
Does everybody follow them in to the front room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Slowly creep in.
As you guys come in, go ahead and roll me perception. Everybody, go ahead and I want this from everybody.
Even us?
Yes. The one from Charlatan and Calypso first.
My perception is a 6.
Okay.
11.
All right.
No.
Once again,
Yes.
you guys see something out of the corner of your eye, but when you go to actually focus, you don't see anything. This is further down the hallway where the stone has kind of crumbled in and cut off the hallway.
My
The
tail's
rest of you,
starting
what
to
did you-
flick and annoyance.
Again, this incense doesn't affect my perception, right? Just only concentrating on spells.
concentration on spells and your investigate, not your
Okay.
perception.
I got a 16 perception.
All right,
18.
Cedro,
I got a 10.
Varpu,
18.
Argent.
21.
All right.
19.
So, all but Cedro, I believe, with the 10. Cedro, you see movement, but when you look up, you don't see anything there. Everybody else, as you guys kind of came in and got on the rug, you saw some movement that have gone past the side of your head, on the right side of your head, and you see what looks to be, it looked like 3 or 4 figures like running down the hallway. Shadowy figures that were running down the hallway, and you see each one of them kind of get drilled with a couple arrows as they fall to the ground and then disappear into the shadow. A figure far down the hallway kind of dissipates into the shadow beyond the light that you guys carry with you.
I'm gonna go over to Cedro immediately after noticing that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go, Cedro, tell them that they might be walking into a trap with these figures that you didn't see, but I don't know that.
I'm gonna.
Just
Tell them that they might be following a trap.
Buck, I'm gonna hold my shovel in front of me, and I'm gonna focus my senses. I'm gonna use divine sense, Just sense if there's any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet.
Nice.
Out.
Okay,
That's
so
celestial, devil, fiend. What else?
Yeah, celestial fiend or undead is what I get. Devils and demons or fiends.
Yes. You don't sense any of those. Now, does it sense hollowed ground or corrupted ground?
Let me double check.
Hollowed
was-
or unhollowed ground?
I think it does because
That's a spell.
oh.
so while he's doing that, I'm going to listen to Mom, and I will awaken the mind to Charlatan.
Okay.
Like, be warned, you may be running into a trap.
Yeah, I do detect the presence of any object or place that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with the
Okay.
Hallow spell.
You can't tell if it's concentrated or desecrated, but this is hollowed ground of some sort.
What, do I know that was Cedro's voice?
You would recognize Cedro whispering to you.
Not made from
In your head.
concentrate.
And then I'm like, Cedro, I think everything is a trap, which is why I'm still alive.
I mean, yeah.
Cedro, you do not hear this. Only Calypso hears this. As you guys are both looking for traps, he just randomly states this.
How about I hear him talking to Cedro?
Well, he just says, Cedro. And then proceeds to go on his little rant. As you guys are in the middle of checking this door for traps. Go ahead and roll me in the investigate.
Focus.
13.
Did you help Calypso?
Yeah, I'm trying to help.
Oh, that would be good.
I rolled a 19.
All right. So you do get the advantage.
Yes. 21.
Nice. With that, checking the door, you can tell that this door long ago was trapped, but the cords that were once holding the trap inside the door have gone to rot and have decayed away. The trap is still there, but you're pretty sure that no matter what you do, unless you forcefully set it off, it won't go off.
Awesome.
Let's open the door gently.
Okay.
It is still locked, though.
Oh,
We'll pick the lock gently.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a Thieves' Tools.
I'm gonna look over his shoulder and
Give advice.
yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a Thieves' Tools as well. You can work
Yeah.
together.
No,
With
you're
that
supposed to do
understanding that this
way.
place is either consecrated or desecrated, I want to look around, looking for any religious significance, like any symbols or anything like that, to try to pierce like if there's anything in this chamber that'll give an idea as to possible what god or
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. You'll also come across me looking at all the paintings.
When you're looking at the paintings, it's hard to make them out because they have been overgrown
Yes.
with you can see that it looks like some sort of royalty from long ago.
I got a 22 total.
All right, so Charlton, the one who started to the lock picking, you have advantage with Calypso giving advice over your shoulder.
Like annoyingly, like
Oh.
over his shoulder in his ear.
Well, that's very nice. 30.
Yeah.
So, even though she's being kind of annoying, everything she's saying is helping. So you've kind of bit your tongue and are just kind of going through it. With her help, you easily undo the very difficult lock in front of you. This seemed like this lock was well done and well maintained for a long time. As it opens, you find yourself in what looks to be a royal armory. It's a 20-foot by about 30-foot room, but the back of the room has gone to rubble and the stone has long crushed the back of the room. Off to either side are standards of two standards of plate mail on either side. There seems to be countless suits of chainmail and leathers. Most of these are of old ancient Roman make. The plate mail is not as what you would consider plate mail these days, this sort of plate mail is heavily armored arm bracers with a heavily armored breastplate and helmet, heavily armored leg bracers, and what looks to be some kind of thick tunic, creating a similar armor to what plate mail has kind of turned into these days, but worn differently over the years.
Do you think...
With my weird suspicion of them possibly following some sort of like mind trap, I'm going to secure my flask to my belt. I'm going to draw the bow and kind of just stay close to Cedro and put my back to his so I can look down the other hallway to see if anything's encroaching on our flank.
Roll me an insight check.
Say, do you think any of this stuff is magic?
18?
No.
Yeah, 18.
Oh, right.
Well, no.
I forgot who I was talking to.
Probably rolled well, but just played it off.
Wow, that's too good. What did you get with your insight?
18 for the
All right.
insight.
So when you hold your bow and you're you make that innate communion with the fire spirit, the fire spirit gives you that sense of historical significance. Like this place is emitting a historical significance. Varen, what exactly? How are you looking around? Like, what exactly were you doing?
I'm looking at the murals, see if there's any symbols, statues, any kind of carvings, like markings.
Are you leaving the front chamber at all?
I'm easing up forward a little bit and maybe distracted enough to take a look. Yes, because I'm,
All right, go ahead and make me a perception check with advantage this time, as you having that spell up gives you a little bit of help.
28.
All right. You get a sense of tons of arrows being fired down this hallway. As you do, you kind of see the shadowy figures, the shadowy arrows kind of shoot past you, and you feel one kind of, you think you feel one go through you. Like you kind of tense up as one of them goes, but it just, the shadow just dissipates and kind of continues past. Some of the shadows hit the wall, which brings your eyes to notice that there are old sticks kind of sticking out of the walls in those general areas. You can see that somebody had one of the figures that was running up, that the figure that was shooting arrows has run up and like sliced a wall with the sword, and you realize that long ago there looks like there was a slice through one of the pictures and the walling paper on the wall that has sliced open and pulled back and has kind of fallen apart from the wall long ago.
Oh, I'll creep up to collect the sticks or look at them.
As you get closer, you realize you're now about 15 to 20 feet. Everybody noticed that Varen's kind of walked up through the hallway on the right side, continuing down a little ways. And you see that there's 4 or 5 arrows stuck in the wall, dust kind of on the top little edge of them. You can see on the ground below, maybe now that you kind of kick the rubble on the ground, it's not actually rubble, as it seems to be some bones on the ground from long past.
I get really excited and just, is there enough bones? Is there enough bones?
It seems like some of them have been moved. If they're not, it doesn't look like they're full corpses here.
I'll start collecting some just in case I find enough pieces.
As your hand reaches down into the dust to grab the bones at your feet, you get that you hesitate as a sense of ancient replays going on through here.
I pause. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll wait to the skeleton, then just look around.
Anybody that, let's say, Argent, since Argent and Varpu, you're not doing anything specific, you two notice when Varen reaches down to touch one of the bones, you see his hand like reach down, and then you see him hesitate, and then pull his hand back, and then kind of you see that kind of that maybe like that little grip, like that hesitant, like maybe I shouldn't do this thought run through him. You guys can see them a little bit when he bends over and leans down to look at this. The glow from his eyes kind of like goes over the dust and rocks on the ground, and you as well also notice that there seems to be mismatched bones across the ground in this one little area.
I want to try something with my shovel light. Try to just rotate the shadow I leave on the wall to see if that does anything with this replay thing.
As you move the shadows around, you see at one point you see what looks to be further down the next hallway down, going left and right. You see what looks to be a figure doing multiple backflips, jump off the wall, shoot an arrow from the air into a figure underneath itself, and then roll into the other hallway and disappear into the shadows.
I do a little hop of excitement because that was really freaking cool, and then I just like wave at, or like look back and wave at Arjun and Barfu and just start waving the thing around to get it to try to replay.
Push the replay button.
Once you see him like move his shovel around, you see that he actually gets it to replay that single action several times. Calypso and Charlton, what are you guys doing? You guys have uncovered it was a hardily locked wall. Like, this lock was very well made, and even over countless ages, this lock was still very difficult to open now. And you guys have encountered this armory in here.
I want to see if there's...
Swords, halberds, ancient Greek Chris. That's the wrong weapon.
Sword.
It's a short sword, a specific kind of gladius. I got it.
I will peek my head out. I'll peek my head out and say, Argent, get in here.
That's when you see Argent, Varpu, looking down a hallway where you see Varen's light is coming from.
What are they doing?
And the light is just kind of flashing around.
I want to put on some of the fanciest and coolest looking armor that's in there.
Oh.
I'll send a message
Okay.
to Argent. Say, Argent, get over here.
Now, the fanciest armor in
found
there
some
is
stuff.
a set of highly decorated, what would look like ancient Greek plate mail-ish. Is that high-end, heavy-plated helm, the really thick breastplate and arm bracers with like the shoulder pauldron, it's got the thick leather tunic underneath, along with the metal leg bracers. I don't believe you are currently proficient. Like, you don't exactly know how to move well in those.
That's fine.
Okay.
He's like, chunk, 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 chunk.
So you start, like, putting this on. You realize you're going to have to take off some of this thick suit of clothes that you wear, this gallivant suit of clothes that you wear to actually be able to wear it. Your big fancy hat would have to go off to wear this plumed Greek helm. You know that you couldn't fit your gallant fancy shirt underneath this breastplate as well, let alone underneath the bracers.
We can just you don't have to put that on now.
This is unacceptable. So I get a halberd instead, and I look it up and down. I'm like, I'll try this then.
All right, you grab the halberd, and I don't believe you're proficient in that either, but
No.
it is very well weighted. You know about things being weighted, and you realize that this thing is very well weighted, and it's less like a halberd, but more like it has like just a long sword, a bent, curved sword at the end of the stick, rather than more your modern day version of the halberd. But this giant fighting glaive, if you will, is very fancy and very well weighted. You're guessing that this is some sort of master craftsmanship.
I'll keep that, and I want to look for a dagger. Look for a
It
knife.
doesn't seem like there's any. There are some small knives, but they look like more like cutlery, rather than they were designed for. This looks. They look like they were like addition to take with them for use in the field and not for fighting. But you do find a couple fighting fist punching daggers that are very fancy.
I'll take those.
I'm gonna.
These are etched with. It looks like coming from the fist into the large triangular blade. It looks like a sunburst coming from where the fist is going towards the outer edge of the pointy blades.
Like some brass knuckles with spikes.
Yeah, with like
like
2.5
a guitar.
foot blades coming out of the fist.
I'm
Yes.
Wolverine.
Yeah, like a guitar.
Yeah, it's guitar fighting punching daggers.
I'm going to look around for if there's any sort of like gemstones or anything fancy left behind.
You do see a chest at the far end, partially buried underneath the stone from long ago.
I want to go see if I can't unbury it a little bit.
As you start to dig, you realize that the stone and weight underneath this chest that is barely visible to you underneath this, you are not strong enough to move the rocks or anything.
I'm gonna use my helper to
Damn
do
these
some
tiny
caveman
arms.
leverage.
What is that, Charlton?
I'm gonna use the pole arm here and do some caveman leverage on that big rock.
All right. It's not just like a single big rock. It is like an avalanche
Rubble.
of thick stone
Mm.
that has long come to like one crushing stone wall rather than. It doesn't just look like crumbled rock. It looks like actually it's
I've got.
like a cave wall now over time has
Thanks,
turned
Bob.
into a thick.
I'm a dummy.
I go outside to the hall.
Varen, serve it. Lady Varen, come here, please.
I poke my head out and say, "Jacob, come here."
Okay. I'll start just. I want to see what the shadows look like toward them too, so I'll start waving as I go toward to see the shooting.
All right. Cedro, roll me an investigation.
Don't tell me what to do with my followers.
Oh, I do. Sweet. So it's 11.
All right. As you are looking at this painting, you realize that there's a name beneath it somewhere, etched in the brass. You can't quite make it out though.
A wild Randy appears
Sweet.
just in time.
What is Argent and Varpu and Varen doing?
Now that I got a message from Calypso, I'm gonna. Baron, quit messing around over there.
I'm making the shadows work.
Sounds like they found something.
Oh, okay. And I'll still just wave as I head back. I'm like, look, it went in the wall there, and
Yeah.
As you guys make your way towards where you guys make your way towards Calypso, Jaclub, and Charlton, the light comes out behind you, and this is when you see the figure that has been doing all the shadowy figure doing the acrobatics seems to get hit with some sort of dark burst, fall to the ground, and then slide, and then get up and limp kind of away in a fast trot down this hallway.
Did I join in on us fighting a goddamn ninja?
no, we're watching the
There's like a
shadow
replay
image
happening.
of a ninja battle kind of a thing, an archery ninja kind of guy.
Archery ninja.
That was a spell that just got cast.
It's like we're seeing a reenactment from the shadows.
Gotcha.
Shadow move.
Cool.
So,
And
if
I just told
uh,
Argent
detect
that
magic,
we found an armory full of all kinds of stuff.
First you had my interest, now you have my attention.
Calypso, being that the light is coming from in front of you, you do not see the shadowy figure that gets hit with this thing. As soon as the thing gets hit, it's right around the same spot where Calypso is standing. Calypso, you just feel like a cold shiver kind of go over your body, as if you, as they would once say, as it feels like someone stepped on your grave.
It's a little chilly down here.
But it's not just like a chill; it's like an innate bone chill. Like you felt the shiver from inside, not from the cold outside.
It was weird. Did anybody feel that?
No.
But now she did say this directly after the figure basically got blown up in her and then rolled away.
Well, the shadow did get shot right where you're standing, so maybe that's where someone died.
There was no shadow here.
Okay. Cedro, go stand where she's standing. Go. Just go. I flex at him. Go. I'm bigger than you now. I'm bigger than you now. Go.
Oh, really?
If that's how that works, you're in trouble when we get your original body back.
That one's evil. It's okay.
They've started calling pre half giant Varen. Anything that Varen did pre half giant is considered
evil Varen.
Evil Varen now.
Because size or trouble Varen. Do you go and stand there, Cedro?
No.
I'll just walk up to you and turn around.
Then I just look at Charlatan. Stand where she was standing,
They don't have
right
to
there.
stand there. They don't have to stand there.
Yeah, no, somebody needs to stand there.
Why?
No, we don't.
Am I here for this? How much of this am I hearing and seeing?
You're with the whole group. Everybody's the entire group is in the first kind of corridor off to the left where the first room is. I sent a image to the group chat, the group text, so that everybody could have kind of the beginning map of the guys where you're at. So it's the first room to the left, at around that doorway.
I will look at that when I am not driving.
Fair enough.
I'll go stand over
Have I seen
there.
anything magical yet?
Okay.
What was that, Argent?
Have I seen anything magical yet? Since I walked into this place.
There is now once you have you're close enough to see through the open door to the armory that they cleverly unlocked. You recognize the one suit of Greek plate is radiating some magic, along with the two punching daggers that Charlton is currently holding on to.
The choice there, Charlton.
Yes, indeed. I was rather dismayed that the armor is made of poor quality and not designed for the body of my fine stature.
He's saying he's not strong enough for it.
The magic that is coming from the punching daggers is transmutation.
Oh.
I use my light shovel to redo the shadows so Calypso can see them.
Yeah, he moves the shadows just right again, where you see that same replay of shadowy figures kind of happen. This time there's some more figures as you guys kind of catch the shadow from a little bit of a different angle, where it looks like there's a mob of shadowy men running at this figure. The one with the shadowy bow, kind of as it rolls around the corner, you can see is leaving shadowy droplets behind it.
Whoa. That is what I felt?
Who does pause a moment? I pause a moment and I just look at the bow they're using.
You can't. It's not like a pause. This happened. You remove the light and an action sequence happened.
Yeah, his motion just stops, and then he's and then he does it one more time and focuses on the bow. Does that look at all similar to the Jade's bow that we were just shown?
It's too vague to really tell. It seems all of it seems like the figure. You can't make out what the figures are, or who, or if they're male or female, or
Is it just like a vague outline?
yeah, like a shadow.
Okay.
I'll still say, I wonder if that's Jade.
So,
The
you
big-
think that this is shadows from the past?
Yeah, no, that's a shadow. Jade is like a green, weird-looking stone. That's not what Jade looks like at all.
Okay, you're close. You didn't say it. She didn't say it. She didn't say it. She got close. She said from the, not of the past.
Just for your awareness there, Randy, that's the name of tonight's episode.
I did it again!
She got close. Of. He's just gone.
And Archie's
I wouldn't be surprised if he just like
Just
he just left the call.
Final drop.
Exit. No cool stuff for you.
I mean, if you think about it, significant things can leave an imprint. And if she's as powerful as, I mean, that other guy said,
Sabatok?
yes, she could leave an image or an effect or something.
Is that something that magic can do?
I got like a feeling from the and like stopping myself mid-sentence. I'll just like, this is a place of historical significance for sure.
Oh, and it's like holy or evil. It's there's some god or some religious observance has been held here, and it's still active.
Brother, do you sense any souls?
I like look left.
What are you doing?
Look right.
What are you looking for?
Souls.
You don't sense any souls.
Oh, hey, Varpu.
Now, Argent, when you
Jonathan
look
found
into the
something for
room,
you.
when you look into the room and you take more of a closer look, with your goggles, you're able to pick up some faint, what looks to be some sort of faint writing on the left wall, which means once you look in, you'd have to continue to turn around the corner to catch it on the inside wall. It looks like hidden in some kind of scrawling message is left there.
I assume I cannot read it because it's in some other language.
It just looks like it's an ancient common.
Huh. Can I, like, clear anything off of it or whatever?
Yeah, you wipe your hand across it and the dust kind of falls away. And in kind of a faint, kind of just like classic magical writing, it has no other purpose other than to leave a message. You say it's a small little quote. It says, "If it should be that I grow frail and weak, and pain should keep me from my sleep," and then there's like a little spot where a name would be, and there's a C and then a dot. It looks like it was scratched in there with like a nail or some kind of small thin object.
What did it say?
It says, "If it should be that I grow frail and weak, and pain should keep me from my sleep."
Is there anything else around it?
Just it looks like it's been signed with a letter, a capital C, and then with like a period.
C.
I'll start looking around for other carvings.
There's none in the room.
Oh.
Yeah, there's this magical plate mail here.
Ooh.
But, none of us are really plate mail-y.
No.
We're training. Baldric's training me to do it.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, I am.
Well,
But
do
that-
you wanna lug this around?
Sure.
I do believe that you would know that Baltrig is proficient in plate mail.
He is too.
Well, Baltrig wears what Baltrig makes.
Yeah.
But you also know that he implements.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. I mean, if it's enchanted or something, I could probably steal the enchantment from it or figure out how it works. But
Yeah,
I'm
what-
pretty sure for my own power armor, I have to start with a non-magical base, I think. I think that's part of how the feature works.
Meh.
What school of magic?
Once again, it radiates transmutation.
Transmutation.
I want those punching daggers to be punching daggers of polymorph so bad. I want
Sure.
somebody here to be able to punch someone and turn them into a rabbit so bad.
I punch you into a squirrel.
Raccoon, squirrel, fish.
You gotta call it out.
Yeah, he has to yell it.
Yeah, you have to be like Hawk Fu from Jackie Chan Adventures.
That's hilarious. All right, what are you guys doing?
I'll help take the armor off its stand and collect it into a.
A large bag.
Yeah.
Okay. Because there's plenty of other plate mails, ancient Greek plate mail, and I say plate mail, but it's just ancient Greek heavy armor.
Yeah. Heavy armor.
I guess I'll look for some like studded leather.
Oh, and Calypso points out that there's a half-buried chest at the back of the room that is covered in rocks.
Okay. Once I collect the armor, I'll go help dig the box out.
Figure it out.
All right, go ahead and make an easy athletics check. She who has the large shovel.
24.
All right, it doesn't take you long as you just use your shovel as what it was made for.
Shovel for shoveling.
Are able to unbury a thick, really thick, well-made lockbox.
I just got home, so I'm going to disconnect and reconnect real quick.
All right, see you in a few.
Okay.
And both of our rogues just kind of stepped out for a
It's
second.
like, okay, I got it.
Yeah.
So what are the rest of you guys doing? As I believe the two rogues start going to town on trying to unlock the chest.
I will again bonk Charlatan with a guidance from the shovel.
Bonk.
There's a little bit of dirt on it.
Well, now that I'm a black orc, what armor am I proficient in?
Whatever your class is proficient in.
Oh, it's your class.
Because it's your class that determines what armor your proficiency is. I believe the warlock is a light armor, light and medium armor.
I think they get medium armor, yeah, but not shield.
So the rest of the group, while you guys are looking around, are you guys gathering anything or?
Yeah, I'm looking for some leather armor.
There is definitely some Greek leathers in there. There's also some very fancy studded leather bracers, breastplate, fancy leather helm that just kind of got like ridges that go down the side.
Fancy studded leather.
Now that you're back, Charlton, can we get the thieves' tools to unlock the chest that they have removed? They have unburied it from the back of the room.
I'm also gonna look around for armor and just kind of keeping an eye out for leathers that might work for me, and thinking about like how I don't really want to get rid of the clothes that I wear that symbolize where I'm from, but these but then I'd be able to hide better. So I'm having like.
You see what the same thing that kind of where Cedro is looking is there's the lightest armor they have are the studded leathers, and then it's an old Greek style with the arm bracers, breastplate, leather helm with leather tunic, and then leather leg braces that seem to be kind of the make.
Okay.
I feel like my camera got really blurry all of a sudden.
It's guidance with D4.
And if you'd like, I can try to provide assistance with thieves' tools because I am trained in them. I'll lean over his shoulder and whisper instructions on how to help.
I'm also very good at unlocking things, but I let them, do what they do.
All right, Varen, go ahead and make a thieves' tools check.
25.
Turns out that this giant woman actually knows what she's talking about and points out some good ideas. You have advantage.
Lord, I hate it when people watch me work.
Okay, so 28.
Once again, this extremely hard lock you are able to get undone. The latch clicks. Click.
Oh, thank you, Varen.
I just look into him with my red glowing eyes. You're welcome.
Do I get a whiff of his mask?
Yes, you do smell some kind of there's small little bits of smoke kind of rising up from the beak of the plague mask. Some kind of incense is coming from it.
And I think to myself, well, he is slightly less unpleasant.
He? She?
What?
He.
Yeah.
Open the box.
Let's open it up.
All right.
I like that was in Nino's voice.
So you open it up.
Wait.
Yeah.
All right. As you open it, the dust kind of falls off, and I need a reflex saving throw, a dexterity saving throw, as a bunch
you
of
check
darts
for
come
traps?
shooting out of the chest.
I have advantage on saving throws to avoid or resist traps.
Ah.
Yay.
Nice.
Go advantage.
Oh, that's a good thing I did.
Uh-huh.
Can you shut the door so that...
Yeah.
It was a reflex. It was
Yeah,
like a
dex
dex
save.
Dexterity saving throw.
Okay. So 24.
All right. You do this crazy bend backwards thing. Almost, it looks like you have no spine as you dodge out of the way of these. Who is directly behind you?
I did say I was leaning over him, so
I need a dexterity save from you as well.
I got a 15 on my roll of a 16.
All right. So as you're looking over him, he does this weird back bend to avoid the darts as they just kind of tink 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 into your chest, and it hurts, but it's not causing you physical pain. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Advantage.
Oh, that's not good.
I got a 6.
Oh, no.
So the armor I have is poison resistance.
All right. As you feel an ache start to just radiate from the points that they're sticking into your armor. They're through. There's a lot of them that just kind of got stuck in the armor, but a few of them have gone through the chinks in the armor and actually are sticking into your skin. And from those points, you feel an ache and then a numbness in those areas, and you feel it spreading quickly.
Help!
What?
Oh no!
I'm gonna try.
What
Let
can you do?
me see. I don't know what I can do with it. But
You guys are currently on a time limit.
Somebody do something.
I'm going to use my lay on hands, and It says you can cure multiple diseases, neutralize multiple poisons in a single use of lay on hands.
Okay.
Uh,
Go ahead and expend the use.
Yeah, I'm going to use 5 hit points to cure me. I'm going to neutralize 1 poison affecting me.
All right.
If it's from the dart.
As you cure any kind of poison that is affecting you, and you feel that this curse is retching through your body.
Indeed, remove curse.
Oh.
Varen,
Can't do anything about
I
that.
have a very terrible idea.
Do it!
No. This
Varen
need-
falls down to one knee as I need him to make another Constitution saving throw.
Oh no!
The creep might save you from that curse.
I rolled a 4.
And then he goes to his second knee is you lose feeling in both of your knees, and
No.
now your legs below the waist feel numb, and you can't feel them anymore.
I can't move.
I am sorry, and I'm going to take one of my arrows, one of the arrows that he gave me. I'm going to, not knowing how the creep works for blood, I'm going to nick my cheek and take blood from the cheek with one of the life transference arrows that he gave me, and I'm gonna get down in those wounds, and I'm gonna try to give him the creep that's anti-magic something, and see if it helps.
I'm going to try to stop her.
All right, you're gonna try to fight her off.
Like, if I can still move my
no.
hand, I'm going to try to grab her
This
hand.
is gonna be an opposed grapple. Varen.
If he tries to stop me, I would stop.
Okay. Well, he tries to stop you. He's trying to no.
Okay.
I
Let me-
look to Argent.
Something first. I'll pull out a bottle of medicine, level 2 medicine, and pour it down in your face. Cast Lesser Restoration.
All right.
I didn't know any of us had them.
We have all those potions.
All right.
I've got this.
So you see Argent coming at you with a potion, a bunch of medicine. It just says medicine on the top.
Exclamation point.
I'll accept his medicine bottle.
All right. As you drink the lesser restoration, you feel kind of like a glow kind of go through your body, and you feel the numbness coming back to you. You feel the feeling in your legs and chest again. But the darts are still inside there.
Quickly
Remove
get them out.
Okay.
Yeah.
You pull the darts out, and they go to the ground, and you can see that the darts they're tipped in some kind of black words, like written on the darts. There's some kind of black hieroglyphic writing on the darts.
I want to pick them up carefully.
All right. You find 10 of these little darts on the ground.
And then I just put a hand on his shoulder as he's doing that, and just lean in and say, "Next time, yell. Don't just duck." I squeeze his shoulder like really tightly.
Okay, Varen.
I go over and I hit them both, and I say, "Why did you not check for the traps?"
I just said that we should open it. I thought that meant check trap and then open. I thought
You are not the one here that does that stuff. You guys need to think in this dungeon.
I don't look at her. I don't look at Calypso. You know,
Look at
you
my
don't look at
hand.
people when they're
Look at my
right.
hand. You must check for traps every time.
Always.
I forgot about your hand being all
I
jacked
did
up.
too. I just thought about that.
That's all.
I have a mangled hand. Look at my strong hand!
Hold on. Inside the chest is a single breastplate.
Ooh.
You can see that this has the markings of Ares on it.
Oh.
Carved into the inside of the breastplate is the name Cole.
Cole?
Yeah.
Cole. Breastplate is medium armor?
Who signs their own armor?
The breastplate. This looks like it was once meant for part of a set of a full plate set, but how the Greek armors work is that you could wear different parts of them to create different levels of armor. But yes, this breastplate could be either medium or heavy, depending on how many other pieces you have with it.
Do you guys think that he writes his name on his underwear too?
What, Ares?
Yeah, I know Ares is
This
God of War, right?
Cole.
Yes.
He's well. I mean, the other priest said he's the god of violent death.
Well, we might need a little bit of that.
He's a death.
I'll put that on.
All right.
Can I see how those darts were like shot out of the trap?
You can see that there's a little spring mechanism at the back of the hinge area that shot them forward. Once the chest was unlocked, it released the spring latch mechanism, which shot the darts forward. Argent, as you put the chest piece on, you kind of see all the shadows in the room for a second. There's a figure, a dark figure over you, placing its hand on you, and it looks like the body, the form of this figure looks to be weeping over you, and then the shadowy remembrance kind of goes away.
When he put it on?
When he put it on.
Did we see this?
No.
Oh, just him?
That was weird. That shadow just was crying over me.
When you put this armor on, you feel very agile, as you feel like you could dash and move with greater ease than you could before.
Oh.
As temporarily you have a +4 to your dex modifier, no cap.
Whoa.
What?
Modifier?
No, your total.
Oh.
+4 to your dex,
Modifier.
giving you a modifier.
Holy shit.
Giving the
Modifier
modifier
4,
adjustment
your
of
dex
+2.
score.
Okay. All right.
That's quite an item.
Yeah. Gives you +8. No, it's +4 to your dex.
Okay.
And you're guessing if you find, like, you feel like this is part of a set, and that the full set has extra bonuses to it.
Oh. Wow, this armor's pretty nice.
It looks fancy on you.
It shows no signs of decay, dust, or anything on it either.
But, you know...
There's a shadow weeping over you, you said?
Yes.
Did it look like the jumping ninja in the hallway?
You get that feeling, yes. Argent, you do definitely get the feeling that it was the one that was nimble.
It was the ninja. Maybe
Um,
the ninja was Cole?
Or someone she knew.
She.
The ninja was the girl, right?
We
You
were
couldn't tell
guessing
if it was
it could
girl
be
or
We
boy.
couldn't tell
We don't
because it's
know.
just an obscure shadow.
Is there room for a bosom in that breastplate?
Are you wanting to put your bosom in the breastplate?
But I just said this was a belong to a female ninja.
Once he brings that up, the Greek word did make formed breastplates for male and female. So.
And this is a male.
Definitely feels like it was meant for male rather than female. There is no.
I mean, who names a girl Cole?
I do think that Harpo can wear medium armor, right?
Yeah.
Did we see Cole's name on the sarcophagus? Was it on there?
To medium armor.
You did see the name Cole on a sarcophagus up in that room.
The one with the wolves?
No, the lover.
Oh, that's what it said, the lover? It didn't say Cole?
Sorry, I'll look back through my notes, but in the list of stuff.
Oh, I got it.
It was the tomb of the fallen lover of Jade.
Oh, it doesn't say the name.
I guess it didn't say Cole, no.
Wolf Father Carvings.
I'll get the key. And I say, Lady, guide my speech. And I say, hello, can you hear me? You fell asleep. Wake up. Hey.
He might have died as I'm over there in the corner drinking.
No, he's just snoring.
And now you can't seem to break the link as he somehow answered it by accident. And
No.
Now you just hear it constant.
Oh no. Lady, don't guide my speech. Lady, stop the speech.
Ruined it.
Oh no, I put it in my bag.
And I'll just say,
I just like try to wrap it. And
it just gets a little bit more quiet every time you like wrap it.
That's fine. If he wakes up, I'll answer it. Just stay on the line.
You gonna give it to Mom?
I feel like it might fit her better.
What, the breastplate?
Yeah.
I'm this is Natasha, but I'm technically a fighter, so I can wear all armor. But it doesn't make sense to wear all armor as a bow wielder. But
what are you currently wearing?
A breastplate is currently a medium armor with a max dex modifier bonus of +2.
so what does that mean? Would that lower my dex modifier?
Only for like skills requiring that a dex modifier.
Lower your armor, but your dexterity would be +4.
So your attack with your bow would be higher, but your ability to use acrobatics would be a little bit less.
What?
Does it impede the skill, or does it only impede the AC bonus you get from it?
Yeah, her AC is capped at 16.
Yeah, I believe the AC.
My AC is 16.
So your acrobatics would be better.
Yes.
You get +2.
Yes.
So
I stand corrected. I was.
And your dex save.
Yeah,
Your
all
attack?
your dex go up by 2.
So what goes down?
Your AC.
The max AC would go down, most likely.
My current AC is 16.
So stay the same.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the only thing that would change. Okay, got it.
Supposedly.
Supposedly.
We don't know. We haven't identified it. We just know
Right.
that he felt more nimble on it, and normally he's not,
Until you
nimble.
wear it for a while and you start to hear
Not
voices.
really a trait that I require.
You might have sudden urges to drink and kill things.
Well, I
Sudden?
definitely already have half of those.
If it lasts more than 4 hours, consult a cleric.
No thanks.
Maybe it would like smush your bosoms in, and it would make it easier to shoot the bow.
Charlatan, stop talking about my mom's bosoms.
Did you give her those arrows?
Oh,
Right. Oh, well, look what I found for you. Fantastic.
Actually, he presents you what you would recognize are really ancient arrows. These are well made. These are highly master-crafted arrows.
Well, thank you. Argent, do you still have the ability to see magic?
I need that one.
The arrows that she's presented do radiate magic.
These are magic.
And they radiate evocation.
Evocation. Ooh.
Okay.
Does it blow up?
With that quiver. Whoa.
Yeah, I will put those aside for use later.
Oh wait, doesn't that quiver of yours, doesn't that it make more?
Yeah, and?
What if it made more of those ones?
I don't know what this one does yet. Maybe we can see what it does in one of the shadow things.
Shoot that wall.
No.
Do you put the armor on?
You said this is... Oh, Wild Randy appeared.
Hey!
You said this is armor with a god's name and some dead dude's name, right?
Yes.
Yes.
To be precise.
It's got a holy symbol of Ares, which is a ram's head, and it looks very angry. Upon a shield and sword. And then on the inside, kind of crafted as like a placement name, it says coal in kind of Greek lettering.
Yeah, I mean, what you say it does sounds nice, but I need to think about it. I don't know if I want to play the whole god game.
You don't have to worship him, Mom.
You could just use the benefits.
I mean, we've dealt with items that talk back to us and stuff, and I mean, a god wrote you a letter. I just don't know if
What does that have to do with it?
Baldric hears that and panicked, checks for a wand real quick just to make sure it's not there.
It's not there.
Okay.
Well,
in the pocket that you used to keep a wand, you have now stored a small book that you've been reading a lot.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Argent put it on and you took it off.
Yeah.
I haven't taken it off yet.
No. I thought you did.
Gods with benefits.
You can keep it for now.
All right.
Thank you for the offer.
You will only get the dex. You'll know that the dex benefit will only show up after about an hour or a half hour of tuning yourself to this. You know that.
Sure.
You just know what would happen by the way you're moving and feel that you would gain some bonuses for this.
Okay.
All right. So what are you guys doing? You guys have made it to the first room.
Woo!
Yeah. Woo.
Ooh, did we defeat a door? Did I miss the defeat of a door?
It opened for us.
A skillful defeat of a door.
Technically, this is two rooms. You guys have opened up. Well, one door was already smashed, and you checked out that room, and you guys went to the other side.
And some hallways.
Before we leave, I want to take the mechanism out that shut those darts.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a thieves' tools. You have to be able to beat the trap by 5 to retrieve the trap.
I'm moving away. I'm not going to stand near him.
I'm actually kind of interested in that.
Oh, would you like to help?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
go ahead.
never mind.
25.
Not me.
What did you get? 25?
25.
Okay.
Yeah.
Charlton?
Right. Oh, that really helps because there's a 1 and there's also an 8 plus 11, so 19.
19? You did not beat the trap by 5.
Oh.
But you did not break it either, so you can make another attempt.
Let's try again.
I'll get out my loot. Oh, not my lute. Can I still play the lute?
Not really. Not with your hand all kind of like permanent jacked up. And
Ah.
I wiggle my shovel in view. Do you want a blessing?
Yeah, don't do that in public.
Okay, yeah, I suppose.
Okay. I tap him a little harder this time.
Some of
guidance.
some of the dirt falls off the shovel and lands on your forehead.
Is this D4?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Are you
D4
gonna try
guidance.
to- Oh,
Yeah, I'm just. All right. I go to try to the loot, and I'm just like, I say this time maybe stop thinking about Varpu and think about the trap. You got this.
I go back
think-
to sitting on the floor, drawing in the dust with an arrowhead, drinking.
I think about bopping him again when she says that. When
Um,
Calypso.
That'll give you inspiration, D8 inspiration.
Oh, a D8. Okay.
Are you assisting again, Arjun?
Yeah, sure. At 19, so.
All right. So you have advantage with a D8 and a die 4 on the roll.
Oh.
Come on!
Okay.
Get it.
Get that trap.
12, 13, 14, 17, plus 11. 28.
You do beat it by 5. You have a DC 17 spring-loaded dart trap that you can now place.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay.
We may carry on. Do notice all the beautiful weapons and armor and as you have. Please peruse at your.
Baltrig, you want to put it in your bag?
Put what in his bag?
All this stuff.
At least this, and I
You
hold
could,
up
like,
the plate, the
Melt
Greek
down the
plate.
metal or something,
You
and
do
make other
see-
things with it.
Tons of different shields and armors, all of them looking about master-crafted kind of quality.
Let's load those up.
We put them all in Baltrig's bag.
Hey, what? Get away from my hip! What are you? Fine.
Just stand still.
Let's stuff your bag.
Trying to make some money.
Oh well, yeah. All right, that's fine.
Oh, yeah, alright.
Oh, money. Okay.
Hey, what I do is expensive.
All right. So now what are you guys doing?
On to the next room.
Yeah, let's
Yep.
that map.
So
You look for more of the shadow show.
go
There's
on
a
Come
to
on, you do the shadow stuff, and Charlatan and I will go and check for traps.
Yeah, let's go look at that next room off to the left.
Okay. So just around the corner, kind of indented back a little ways. Go ahead and make a investigation.
Both of us.
You roll to help.
Yep.
And remember, you're at disadvantage.
Oh, yep. I am now. Because I have a bad hand. Oh, that's not.
Did you get above a total of a 10 to give the?
Probably not. Nope.
All right. So a straight roll for you, Charlton. 16. So you go and check out the next area. This room looks like it has been, you can definitely tell that a lot of it has been smashed. You do not see any traps. And the door is kindly slightly broken, so it's not completely in the door frame as it once was originally.
Okay, I'm gonna use my halberd to push the door open.
All right. You push the door open, and on the inside, it looks like whatever was in there long ago has been smashed to stone and everything inside it seems to be just smashed and broken.
Okay. Let's go down that hallway, and
When you look across, you can see that this is a room with kind of a walking, like a double hallway where there's like walls, it seems like a 20-foot hallway, but in the very center there seems to be like a half wall that you can peer over. On the inside of the half wall is a what looks to be a forge and like hammering area. This looks like it was an indoor forge.
Which one are you
set
looking
up the
at?
side on the left side of the map, right here.
Okay, so this little room right here was the one with
This
all
all
the rubble?
smashed, and then
Okay.
continuing to the left, where there's a circle and like the corner has like a little half moon thing in it. That's the forge with like a hammering iron with a small little blacksmith shop that kind of goes off to the side.
Yeah, let's investigate that little forge room.
Through here, as you guys kind of like are looking around, I need perception checks from everyone.
Okie day.
Okay, so just so I can remember, what do I have disadvantage on?
Anything that requires the use of that hand. So investigating, like looking around, because you're like moving stuff around, looking for traps. So you're trying to like pick up stuff on the carpet, and you're having a hard time doing that.
Okay, so perception though is not.
Perception is not a disadvantage because you're just looking around.
Okay.
Investigating is actually like getting into it, trying to figure out where something is.
Okay.
Now, if you were doing like an investigation where you were just talking to people, you wouldn't have to do that.
Okay. So I got a 19.
All right. Cedro.
18.
18.
And I'm
Charles.
looking for like symbols and like banners and standards and things.
Charlton.
7.
Barpu.
26.
All right. I'm gonna keep going through, but I'm just gonna go now. Anybody that was over a 15, we'll see
got a
kind of
15.
this. I should have just said that before. That would have probably been faster. Everybody else just kind of catches movement out of their eye. Once again, you guys know that the shadows were moving. You just kind of missed what kind of happened. It looks like there's a bounding figure shooting these arrows at multiple what looks to be kind of shadowy like mages, shadowy like warriors. This figure seems to be taking down a majority of them, but seems like the shadowy figure is getting worn down. It seems like multiple times this shadowy figure keeps getting hit and taken down. But at last second, on the far, on the next wall over, you see that she stops for a moment and reads something on the wall. I say she, the figure stops and seems to pay attention to the wall and then continues on.
Whoops.
Oh. I'm gonna
we don't-
go to the wall and see what's written on the wall.
So you're gonna go past the blacksmith to the far wall past it.
Yeah, I'll let Charlatan do what he wants to do in the blacksmith's.
Okay.
If I didn't see it fully with barely at the 15, I'll do the shadow thing to try to trigger it again.
Okay.
Just to watch.
It seems to not want to replay this one.
I'll tell him what happened when I see him sitting there trying to restart it.
Oh.
And then it came and read something over here on the wall.
As she points that out, Argent and Baltrig having detect magic, you guys can see that there is some kind of magical scrawling that is long starting to fade from the wall over there, just like in the armory.
Huh.
Go over there and wipe it off like last time.
This looks like it is another line.
Do you have a pencil?
It says, "You will be sad, I understand, but don't let grief stay your hand."
Does it?
Oh.
Signature this time?
Charlton, it looks like you as you're looking around the blacksmith, you also see something kind of etched in the wall, but you can't quite make out anything. It looks like old, ancient, kind of just like some stuff that has been picked at the wall.
Does this one have a C on it as well?
Yes, it does.
Arjun, did you share what you found last time?
Yeah.
Because you were the only one who saw it in the armory, right? Okay, what was the first message again?
The first one that you read, if it should be that I grow frail and weak, and pain should keep me from my sleep. Now that you're looking closer, Argent, you realize after each C, this one, the second one that you guys have read, second one, has 3 dots after it.
Oh, we missed one.
And the first one had 1 dot after it.
Ah, crap, we missed one.
Yep. C, though. C for coal.
You think that
Wait.
that is coal?
There was a spot where it ran into the wall back there, where something cut at the wall. Maybe there's a thing there.
Should go look.
Maybe.
With the with the floor plan of this place, does this feel like this is lined up with the other one in any way?
What do you mean, the other one?
The first message we found, is there a physical connection in direction between the 2 messages?
Very well played, Randy as the player, and Baltrig as, well, Baltrig. With that, you pretty much nailed it on the nose. With the way that you can see the fight kind of going with the shadows and the movement of the characters in the shadows and the way that they're placed, it looks like this message is going around in a clockwise manner around the center room.
Oh. So we might have just passed it.
When you look, you see Charlton looking at scratches in the blacksmith would be the second one.
Oh, what does the second one say?
Ah, good eyes.
Well played.
Right over there.
Well played.
Good eye, Charlton.
The second one says, "Then you will do what must be done. For this, the last battle can't be won." And we can speed things up, because after checking all the rooms, we don't have to roll for each one since you guys actually know what you're looking for at this point. The next room would be a tannery. Past that, there is looks to be like a bedroom. Continuing on, the large room at the back seems to be an indoor park slash like was probably an aviary that has a small ancient dried up stream that seems to come out of a crack in the wall. Continuing on, more rooms become insignificant as they are bedrooms and stuff like that. But knowing that you guys are looking for the individual like quotes, I will read them out to you as a whole once you get all of them.
Okay.
Coming back all the way around to the broken room at the very end where you guys first started, you went right. You guys actually find one in this room as well. All right, in order as it fully is written. You guys realize that this is a note from Cole to someone important to him. If it should be that I grow frail and weak, and pain should keep me from my sleep, then will you do what must be done, for this last battle can't be won. You will be sad, I understand, but don't let grief stay your hand. For this day more than the rest, your love and friendship must stand the test. We have had so many happy years, you wouldn't want me to suffer so. The time has come to let me go. Take me to where my needs they'll tend. Only stay with me till the end. Hold me firm and speak to me until my eyes you no longer see. I know in time you will agree It is a kindness you do to me. Although my tale its last has waved, from pain and suffering I have been saved. Don't grieve that it must be you who has decided this to do. We've been so close, we two, these years. Don't let your heart hold any tears. May your soul walk eternally in the gardens of the afterlife.
She killed him?
C.
Wow, that is the most poetic request for assisted suicide I've ever read in my entire life. Whoever, Cole, I guess, didn't want to writhe on their deathbed, asking their friend to help them.
But I mean, if Jade can be woken up, maybe he can too. So we should be careful.
Can I have that?
What's the
Calypso was writing it all down.
What's the room in the middle?
It looks like an old sitting drinking room. And these messages look like the magic that was left. It looks like it was scratched into the wall with like a claw, in great haste.
Any ancient booze in this drinking room?
Oh yes, there is.
Dude, if that wasn't sealed, I don't know, man.
You guys can test it, can't you?
Like, I'm sure we could use something to take the varnish off the hull of the airship, but I wouldn't.
Argent, you would know that Baldrick's probably on point with this thought.
Is there anything that's been sealed?
Nothing.
Well, it looks like it's sealed, but it's probably gone to some other kind of chemical base by this point.
Yeah.
So can we write down picking up bottles of alchemical base then?
Still flammable.
Bottles of alchemical base.
You could put down bottles of various alchemical conditioning.
Mystery concoctions on it.
Yes.
Question mark.
All right.
Varen will just quietly to himself hold his shovel and say a prayer to Merkel that the writer of that his soul did carry on to where he should have gone.
Calypso reads it and she goes, "That was beautiful."
Varen, sitting in the bar-ish area, the drinking room area, and you're making that prayer, you get a sense of passing on to a war of conditioning. Like, you feel like whoever wrote that, it has gone to their afterlife. But you feel the vacancy of whoever it was written to.
That they haven't? That means, yeah. I just nod to myself and just looks among my family as they're sniffing, wanting to drink the alcohol, but realizing they can't.
All right. At this point, I think we're going to go to our break. We'll come back at about 10:25 or something like that. We're pretty close. Maybe 10:17, 10:20-ish. About 10 minutes. All right, we'll see y'all in just about 10 minutes. All right. Welcome back, everybody. We're back from our break. We're getting back. We just got the note that was left slowly in different rooms by our mysterious Cole. Everybody has kind of checked the different rooms. They find themselves currently in the drinking area or the interior keep bar. Once again, all these rooms are inside of a large castle keep. So these rooms are all connected through different hallways. But it seems like its own like little small like different like living spaces and crafting areas and stuff like that. This is probably a servant's floor, if not a guard's floor or a something like that.
I'll say to the family, like, his message did get through, or he has moved on and is at peace, or the peace he sought.
Oh, so he's dead.
Yes.
Good. Yes.
But I get a feeling that she has not passed on. The person he wrote this to.
Huh. This is seriously old writing, though, right?
From all of you, you guys can tell that this is an ancient. It's kind of like ancient common. The dialect has changed over time, and using different words and variations of words, you can tell that this was written long ago.
So this shadow, the shadow ninja, was a she.
Or that was him who wrote it.
What about the she?
Well, the shadow, it looked at the writing before it ran off. It didn't scratch anything. It stopped to read it. So it was not Cole who wrote it it was not the shadow. It's not Cole.
So the shadows were seeing for the person who came to save them.
Or was dealing with whatever happened afterwards.
Interesting. I'm just taking that on faith because I still haven't seen this shadow nonsense y'all are on about. But
everybody's seeing them at some point. Either catching on the side of your eye every once in a while.
I just can't see the actual details of it.
Right. You're seeing the vague figures though, like doing these actions.
I mean, it does speak to how the armor with Cole's name would end up in a box placed, sealed with care, and not having been warned by the person who did, we see in the shadows.
With the shadow crying over it.
Yeah.
So then do we need to go through the rebel place if that's where we saw her go in?
So far the thing that has caught you guys the most, there's this small indoor aviarium. You can see that there was an old dried up area where there was a kind of a leak or a pond in a crack from a wall. From the shadows that you guys saw in there, you saw a ton of fighting in there as the last shadow, the nimble one, going from tree to tree, bouncing around, shooting, killing many men and women, shadow figures, both warriors and magic users alike, seems to duck in through the crack in the wall.
That shadow ninja is really cool.
At this point, you see the one that's doing all the flips and stuff seems to have large protrusions from its head.
Horns.
Along with reverse jointed legs.
Does
So
it
we should
resemble the horns that we saw upstairs?
Yes, similar to the ones upstairs.
We saw horns upstairs?
Yeah, there
Yes. They were told not to touch or not to put on.
I thought we were told about them. We didn't see them.
No, we saw them.
You saw them. He just said, whatever you do, don't put those on.
Yeah, they were amongst the list of items that we were possibly going to take with us when we leave this place
Yeah.
to give to Dave.
I didn't know that they were in that room. I thought he said that, like, later on they were there.
No, they were in the room. You guys had seen them and had
Yep.
put them away.
Oh, okay.
Some of the items that you guys had gathered.
Yeah, it was just the sarcophagus was a little bit too big. Should go check the crack out then, if that's where she went?
Yeah.
Because we're following her to her passing or her prison.
I don't think you can fit through the crack.
I said check the crack. I mean,
I might be able to.
just look at Cedro.
I'll go up to it.
Okay.
I'll make my way to it.
All right. When you get closer, the shadows kind of dissipate, and there is no crack there. It just seems like a flat wall.
There's
Staring at
nothing
those-
here.
Oh yeah, it's creepy.
There's
I
no
just staring at him.
crack here, guys.
Yeah, once you guys get close enough, you realize that it must have been a trick of the shadow of the eye. Doesn't seem to be there. It just seems like solid
just kinda
walls
like-
over there.
Feel around on the wall.
It's like the back end of a stone cavern where long ago has crushed down through here.
Well, there were things taking place after she was dispatched, right? So maybe this wall is new, like that wall that I was reading earlier.
Why doesn't everybody stand back a little bit?
Okay.
Yep.
Still staring at Cedro.
You want this one? I know it's one of your favorites, though, but I can take it if you like. Baldric,
What's up?
do you want this one, or do you want me to take it? I know
Oh,
it's
no,
one of your
this one's
favorites, though.
This one's all you, bro. Yeah,
All right.
right. Favorite Twitch.
And when we were back in the armory, were there happened to be a pair of manacles?
No. There was some in another room. There was some in one of the other rooms.
I would have snagged them.
Okay. And you do see some House Reeves banners. They seem to be different than the ones that you've seen up above recently. They look like they have changed over the years. Also, you did see a painting down here of Princess Reeves and King Reeves together as a family portrait. King Reeves with his daughter Lyra.
Oh, we should take that if we could.
Oh, she might like to have it.
The picture, she is not black and white skinned, as her skin looks to have scales on one point or another. And it's blotchy, it's not like half and half.
Well, I mean, we all know how easy it is to, I look at Varen, go into a different body.
Is this the princess with the bees flying about, stinging
Yes,
indiscriminately?
I think so. Are there bees in the picture?
No.
I mean,
I did not
Maybe
like
that was something later as well.
I did not like that throne room either.
Then again, doesn't say a number after Princess Reeves.
it could be a predecessor of hers.
That
But
is
still,
Do not like-
something she may appreciate.
Can I tell how old the picture is?
Always super old.
Can I use my history sense to tell how super old it is?
You have a history sense?
You mean your knowledge history?
He's gonna like sniff it like this is 3,006 years old.
Oh, so this acrylic is from the
It's
old
many
days.
centuries old. Many, many centuries old.
Ah, so it was probably a different Lyra.
I'm skilled in history. I just, you know.
Oh, if you have knowledge history, go ahead and roll it.
The 24.
You're guessing
Centuries.
800, 900 years old.
Yes, it's 800 or 900 years old. But that my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather probably dealt with these folk.
Only that far back? Great.
Great.
Ah,
Carry the grade.
Nickelodeon.
To the 9th power.
He starts like figuring out like a family tree.
I do care a lot about family trees.
So are we going to break this wall?
It's a weird way to flirt with an elf, but I'll allow it.
I'm gonna roll it up. Roll up that picture.
So it's
Family
in a
trees,
frame.
Get it?
It's like a large
Oh, so it's like
painting. It looks like it was a commissioned painting. It is very dirty, so you can't really make out. It's not very clear, but you guys can make out the placard at the bottom. This is about a 3-foot by 5-foot portrait
Cedro, can you
In
use
a-
your
in
magic
a-
to
in a really
Clean it
ornate, like oak
Yes, of
old
course.
frame.
I cast prejudication on the painting.
It looks like the day it was painted. It's fresh and new.
Oh,
And
cow.
looks really
Ah,
good.
maybe
Whoa.
she'll reward us for it.
You can make 1,000,000 iron pieces if you can do this.
That's what I was. That's what I was
He
thinking.
can't even keep a straight face.
Why, look at the field.
She'd be more than appreciative.
yeah.
Maybe she'll
Well, I cannot
she'll
cut
pay
this up
us.
How should we bring it
Right.
back to her?
Look to Baldric's bag.
Yeah, I know.
We all look at Baldur's
Guys,
I
bag.
don't think it opens that
guys.
wide.
It's just a bag of holding. It does have a size limit.
Maybe
This is
we
not a
should
black
find
hole
out
for
the
your
size
greed
limit.
as much as I love you all.
Can you shrink it and then put it in?
It gets
Oh.
bigger.
Inside doesn't
Yeah, but
matter.
once you put it in the
inside?
bag, it doesn't
Yes,
really matter.
that is the place where the size matters.
I'm sure it can hold one more painting.
I'm telling you right now, Varen, you pop this thing, I'm sending you to the ethereal plane to go pick everything up, and don't think I can't.
Okay.
Can't you like feel the bag getting heavier?
No. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bag of holding for dummies. So inside the bag is not actually inside the bag. It's somewhere else entirely that we are just filling with crap.
And what's the
If we
size
fill
of
it
that
with too
place?
much crap, that bubble bursts and it escapes into the rest of the other place that we're storing everything. Inside the bag doesn't exist.
And what's the size of that storage place?
Oh god, a standard bag of holding? Crap. Actually, is this a standard bag of holding? Because this is the replacement I was given by Sterling.
This is the large bag of holding.
Alright, let me see. I don't even know if there are size categories for this.
There are.
What is that noise?
There's-
Oh.
I'm getting a lot of
That
air
was-
noise from
That
somewhere.
was Varen smashing his mic crazily.
No, it was sitting on the desk and making noises.
D-force wipe attack against
Sorry.
that cat.
It's okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to
So,
make noises
okay,
without
bag
you
of
there.
holding. The bag can hold 500 pounds and not exceeding a volume of 64 cubic feet. So it can hold 64 cubic feet of something that weighs less than 500 pounds, or it can carry 500 pounds of stuff.
You, Baldrig, are pretty sure you're pushing the 500 pounds of
Yeah.
weight limit due to all the stuff from upstairs.
The armory,
All the armor
The
and shields and
armory.
everything that we threw in there, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
all the
You
weapons.
Very close, if not over already.
I'll
Yeah.
take the armor out, the plate, and I'll carry the plate if you guys want to put the picture in.
Also, I know that none of you would like do this without telling me. If we find another bag of holding, for the love of God, do not put it inside this bag of holding. We will all go somewhere else very quickly.
I mean, would
The
that
club
happen
just gives you a
here?
thumbs up.
What?
He knows.
What'd you say, Varen?
Jerk Club. I said, would that still happen here?
It would happen anywhere. This is, I mean, as far as, well,
Maybe an
granted,
easy way
I
to
learned
get
most
out
of my
here.
magical theory by stealing shit and in back alleyways, but I'm pretty sure the astral plane goes everywhere. But my particular, when it came to the ethereal worlds, my tutor was a drugged up hippie, so shrug.
I mean, that doesn't seem as bad where we currently are.
Traded magical theory for purple.
Listen, we don't tell Varpu about that. Anyway,
I could see Baldrig and Argent slipping some guy purple to learn magic theory.
this guy. Whoa, I could see the astral plane. Yes, tell me more
Tell
about
us
that.
more about that.
If his worst secret was that he was just, killing people around the base and putting them in the furnace, I'm not surprised by learning magical theory while, inducing drug states, using purple.
Listen, sometimes you need a hatchet man. All right?
Especially when you're in the hand.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
But anyway,
I'm
not
gonna
putting
put some-
anything else in the bag of holding.
I'm gonna put some ropes or like some twine or something around this painting and just kind of wear it like a backpack.
Go ahead and roll me up. Tinker's
Alright.
tools?
3 at a time.
Actually, go with rope use. Let's go with a thieves' tools. Basically, you're just going to use your ability to steal shit to strap this thing to your back.
Can I
27.
assist? Oh, never mind.
He's done this before. You obviously watch him do this, and he's done this before.
I was like,
He is definitely stolen large paintings as he expertly pulls out a rope, puts tarping over it, and it looks professional almost. He's definitely done this many times.
Okay.
Sure.
Right.
Argent?
I've never
Alright.
stolen anything before. I've just,
Right. We believe you.
I mean, like this. The owner is certainly dead.
Wait. Aren't you a police officer?
Well,
You think? Wait, hang on. Do you think cops don't
police
steal from people, Varen?
officer.
Yeah. Did we not live in Waterdeep? Were you
Well,
there?
Yes, of course I was.
Aaron? Hold on. Are you our brother?
What?
You guys suck. And I just stomp off. I'm all trying to call him on his stuff, and then you turn it on me, and I'm just, stomping off in the next room.
Nah, it's all right. He's full of crap too. You're just fun to tease.
We have to tease you.
Wham! Hit the shovel on the side of the
He's
wall.
throwing a fit again.
I'm not making you another one.
There's a large necrotic crack that goes through the wall.
Shit.
I will
Oh, do
pull
that
out-
again.
pull out a vial that's split down the middle and throw it at the wall
Okay.
and shatter.
All right. You cast Shatter. As you see the cracks in the wall begin to shake and appear almost the same way that you saw them before. The stones kind of fall outside, making cracking noises, dust appearing, and water begins to trickle through into the same pond little area, creating a small hole into the darkness as water begins to stream out into the little creek bed in this little long, decayed and dried up what looks to be like an old aviary.
I look at Charlatan and say, "Shall we?"
Yes, indeed.
All right.
Get on.
It is a small hole, so you guys are definitely going to need to make an acrobatics to squeeze your way through.
Do I need to do disadvantage? Or can I keep my hand tucked inside and just use my other one?
I'll say that you could possibly do this without needing the use of that hand, but you're still going to have to wiggle your way in there.
How about with the painting on my back?
You definitely can't get the painting through there. The hole is too small.
Yeah.
But you do have it wrapped up nice where you could just wear it as like a backpack and pull it off and on.
Acrobatics.
Maybe Mom should go with you, Calypso. I'll come walking back.
Oh.
You say acrobatics check?
Yes.
17.
All right. Calypso seems to barely squeeze in there. You know, the rubble kind of collapses around her a little bit, but she makes it in there. You're on the other side. Just a little bit of light coming through on Varen's shovel through the other side. And it seems to be a very small, thin passage. Less than 5 feet wide. Thin and long, like you're going through the crack of a natural crevice in the crack in the stone.
Alright, I send a message to Varpu and tell her what I see.
How are you doing message? You have a spell?
I have a spell.
Okay.
The cantrip.
Okay.
I just send it to her and tell her what I see, and the bigger ones are not going to be able to fit in here.
Well, we either need to find another way, or we need to make a bigger hole. How long's the hallway?
I'll see.
Are you going further?
Yep.
All right. It curves back and forth as it is a crack in the stone. You're guessing that it goes through about 50 feet to where it comes out into a large kind of chasm, where it seems like you eventually make it to the other side of what this keep was, and then there is what looks like more like kind of like a hill kind of going down into an open cavern where you guys see at the edge of your dark vision, you can see stalactites and stalagmites kind of going up and down on either side. And then at the end of that, you don't really see anything past your dark vision.
I send a message and say it goes about 50 feet until it opens up into a cavern.
Okay, come back before the walls start closing on you.
Okay, I'll come back.
All right. To go back through the hole, you'd have to make another acrobatics.
Can I, reach my hand through and try to assist her up?
I'm 50 feet away.
You can actually help her pull her through the hole if you need to.
9.
Go ahead and roll there, Varpu.
Yeah, I've got 20 something.
All right,
20.
you get advantage on the roll, so she's helping you through.
Okay. Ooh. Nope. That's a 3.
Total?
So 10.
10. You do make it through, but you have scratches and kind of cuts all over. You hurt your hand a little bit, and you are completely dirty. All your clothes are just completely messed up. Your hat has got kind of just smudges all over it. You've got black soot all over your face and all over your fur. Some of it is muddy because of the water that is going through the area, so you have it
it is
it's
really gross in there. Cedro.
I cast prestidigitation on Calypso.
I can just see you basically using your paintbrush as an eraser. You're just like,
Thank you.
Nasty.
I just stare at Cedro.
Meanwhile, Varen's still covered in dried blood from the room previous.
I've been there.
You gotta learn how to act nicely.
So there's
She didn't say please.
There's 50 feet until you get to the cavern, and it is very tight. So either we find a new way or make a bigger hole.
Guess I can get shoveling.
I
Can
could
you do
make
it?
you smaller.
Can you do it where it won't collapse?
Make it smaller.
Maybe? I like look apprehensively toward Cedro, but it's not, hidden by the mask. I just look at him and then look back.
Well, if it's small for her, then it's going to be small for Baltrig and not just Varen.
I'm pretty much the smallest one here, and I had a tough time getting through.
And the most trouble.
That has nothing to do with the small hole.
Nope, we had that discussion earlier. Everybody agreed.
We did?
Yes.
Nobody agreed to it.
All right, what are you guys doing?
Were there any other, like, paths or anything off here?
Most of the hallways and rooms are kind of smashed off by just like stone. Looks like it'd been a lot of this keep or whatever this building was long ago had been crushed. And it seems like this area had been kind of like saved, like the stone had kind of crushed around it. After going through it in many areas, there was lots of fighting amongst what looks like the occupants of this place and the one that you guys kept calling the assassin shadow, jumping around and
no, Shadow Ninja.
Shadow Ninja.
Yeah, go click up. Yep. Where does the water stop?
It seems to start. It's pooling up in like a pool in the center of this room. It looks like originally a long time ago it used the natural. Looks like a natural kind of water to fill this room, this aviary up. Walking around through the old fossilized trees that are in here, the long bushes that have they're just branches and stuff now. You guys do find the bones of old birds. It seems like old birds were in here, parrots and cockatiels and
There you go, Baron.
stuff like
Skeleton birds? Ooh.
that. The carcasses of old birds.
Argent, do you have any more of that potion that blew up the wall?
Just one.
I'm gonna try digging a little at it.
That's a lot of wall.
Farron, when you start digging at it, you realize like you can like peer through, and the thin passageway is long past than just the little hole. That you can see that it just the hole just goes to the crack that is on the other side. That is about 2 or 3 feet of crack that kind of goes back and forth through the thing. So it looks like it would be difficult for about 50 feet. I mean,
I'm willing to try something, but
everybody else looks at it and they think they could possibly squeeze through there. It's just going to be difficult.
Why don't, Cedro, why couldn't you
get Varen.
you could take Varen and the rest of us could struggle through.
Okay, how would you make me small?
And I can go and make sure that nothing else moves in the cavern.
He wouldn't need to make you small, right? Didn't you say that you can just, like, move someone from a space to another space?
Yeah, I haven't done it yet.
Oh.
Interesting.
How would you make me small? What are you talking about?
I can turn you into another animal.
Oh.
For how long?
About an hour.
Hour. Goodness.
Just looking at him, like I'm gonna inside him because he's Cedro and he's been playing tricks on me this entire time, drawing shit on my back. Oh crud!
I'm gonna go ahead and just squeeze back through.
Okay, roll me another acrobatics.
Okay.
Varen, you get that He definitely is being mischievous, but being the fact that he wants to try a spell he's never tried before on you.
And I rolled low in my insight, so I'm like, okay.
11.
Once again, you barely squeeze through. You get muck all over you. It's just as bad as it was coming back out through.
Damn it.
Can I make like a survival check? What I'm looking for is like if this is supposedly a steady trickle of water, sooner or later it has to drain somewhere. Otherwise, this whole place would flood. So I'm looking for where the water might drain to.
Go ahead and roll me a knowledge nature.
I guess prestidigitation on Calypso again.
Through the crack.
Oh, you're on the other side?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
going back through.
Oh, never mind.
And I'm keeping an eye out for anything that might move in the cavern.
14.
Where you can see the water starting to pool up slowly, but it's pooling up slower than the water coming in. So it's leaking slowly into this little pond area. You're guessing that the sediment or whatever these rocks are that make this little pool here drains the water slowly downward into probably another well or another underground river or something.
Okay, can I go like search around this pool area and see if it's something that we can go down through instead of go through the tunnel?
It doesn't take you long as you end up looking around, and you can see that these rocks are over a sand thing that kind of goes down into the ground. It looks like it's deep. It looks like it was like a well or something dug long and deep, but the sand is slowly keeping the water from going through it. But it is going through it. You would have to dig out, you're guessing, a very, very deep of sand just basically coming out. As just like an opening, there's no opening. It just seems like it's sediment that goes down.
Okay.
Okay, what animal, Cedro?
Oh, no, not that spell. I was going to just take us to the other side of that wall.
Okay, I thought you were going to turn me into something, but sure, let's go.
What are you doing, Cedro?
I'm grabbing a hold of a Varen, and I'm gonna try to see through the crack in the wall.
So it's not straight. It's
yeah.
okay.
And she said about 50 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna try to push it to like 60, maybe 70, and I'm gonna cast Dimension Door.
Oh, okay.
You just fall into the cavern.
As he grabs you, he kind of like takes a step, and the two of you just kind of appear a step forward, about 4 feet off the ground because it is slightly downward on the other side, and you guys kind of collapse to the ground. But you guys do appear right in front of Calypso as he comes out of the hole, out of the crack.
Is his armor left behind?
What was that?
Is his armor left behind?
No.
It already had its fall. It already had its fall off.
It already fell off.
Oh, it's just a one-time thing. Oh, that's.
Isn't that permanent? Thank goodness.
Yeah, he painted the runes on. He didn't actually permanently engrave them into the armor.
Okay.
But it's good to know that we could paint those runes again and put more magic into it and possibly open stuff.
All right.
All right, we're here.
Let's go.
Look around.
I'm keeping an eye out.
With the
in
light
cavern.
there, you can see that the pathway kind of goes down. It looks like this was long ago a nice, not like a forest, but a well-maintained treed area, like an actual walkway, like a gardened walkway that leads down to. You're guessing with the light that you have here at the edge of your light, you see a single large building in this huge cavern. It's like a big square building with pillars around the outsides.
Use your
Some
light.
of them broken. This weird Greek building has like a big blown out chunk through the center of it. The remains are collapsed onto inside and around it. as this old Greek warehouse is there. So might have been something else besides a warehouse, maybe a temple or something. But with the ruins there, you can barely make it out at the edge of your lighting. What does everybody else do?
Well, we should start cramming down the.
You should tell them we made it, Cedro.
Wait mine to Farpu.
There's no connection.
Nothing?
Too far.
Too far.
30 feet.
Then I'll send a message to her. Because I think that goes further.
Message I think is 120.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do that, and I'll send a message and say that we are here on the other side.
Okay, they made it, so I guess we're gonna cram down the path.
All right.
I tell Varen, wave your shovel around, and maybe you'll get a shadow.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Aggressively.
When you move the shovel around, you see a single shadowy figure standing inside the structure down below.
Ooh.
And it doesn't go away.
They're waiting.
It's just still standing there?
Wait a second. Does that shadowy... There's no... Okay, it's like... Is that shadow possibly as tall as Basim was?
Possibly.
Does it look like the same?
Who else is going in?
I think everybody.
Was anybody? Who's next? Just need acrobatic checks for whoever's going through.
I'm like looking impatiently at Baltrig and Argent.
What?
We all gotta go.
So do you.
Acrobatics.
And Charlatan.
Oh yeah, with this painting.
I don't want to go in there.
16.
With how difficult Calypso was making it look, it wasn't that hard. You feel like you kind of squeezed in here pretty easily. You're guessing that with her hand all jacked up like it was probably a lot more difficult than... She made it look a lot more difficult than it was.
You know, Calypso, a lot easier if you're not crippled.
You know, Argent.
Do I hear him say that?
Yeah.
Or too far away.
Yeah, voices seem to echo through here pretty easily.
Echoing through the crack you hear.
And he's willing to just sit there just doing that.
Yeah, I'm actually at the other end making the laughs quieter, exactly like that. Just being a complete ass about it.
I said,
all right, fine.
Shut up, there's a shadow down there.
Go ahead and make an acrobatics, Baltrig.
Huh?
Go ahead and make an acrobatics.
Okay. Just straight, or am I doing this at disadvantage, or...
Not disadvantage, it's
all right.
It's not a stealth check.
It's a natural 20. That's hilarious.
Oh. As you saw Argent doing it, you look at where he got caught up on, and you're like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And then you easily like make your way through. You don't even have scuff marks or dirt on your armor when you come out on the other side.
I'm gonna add a little Baldric flair to this. I'm just going to walk up to this crack and then just wedge myself inside, and then the little like scales and like angle patterns of my armor are just going to flare out, dig into the rock wall, and just just like roll me through the entire opening and just squeeze me through. And then I pop out on the other side and it just shakes off the dust and locks back into place. I'm just like, what?
Shh.
You know, might have been able to get Varen through if we like greased it up a little.
Let's blood, get some lubricant.
Yeah, but I was more. I just wanted to see Cedro experiment with magic. That was cool.
Is that shadow still staring?
Watching Argent and Baltrig get through this, you're pretty sure that you can get that painting through here if you really wanted to.
I
So,
can't tell if this is GM being merciful or if our high dice rolls have just made us all cocky as shit when it comes to this fucking hole.
Yep.
Buckle,
that's it.
am I within 60 feet of the shadow that I saw
Oh
there?
no, it is
No.
way beyond your lights.
Okay.
The light that you have is casting light way far away, so nothing's really like clearly visible. You're making out the shapes and stuff, so there's just a shadowy figure. You're guessing that the building itself is a good 120 feet, 130 feet, 140 feet, maybe even 160 feet away. It's hard to make scale at that range and in the darkness.
Yeah, I just wanted to, for frame of reference, if I would use divine sense. I won't.
It seems to be unmoving, like
Does it look,
eerily still.
Does it look like about the same shadow that we've been following throughout this whole place?
Can't tell. It's too far away and in the dark.
And not doing flips.
It's not moving at all.
I mean, it's
And not doing flips.
and
No.
persisting.
Charlton, Varpu, are you guys trying to go through? Are you leaving the painting on the other side, or?
No, I'm gonna take the painting.
All right, go ahead and make me an acrobatics at disadvantage with the painting.
I was waiting for that.
How far away does this thing look?
120, 130 feet.
Yeah, it's pretty far.
I'm just gonna cast message at it and just go, hi.
In a sultry, deepish voice, you hear, "Welcome."
Yeah, it's definitely here.
That wasn't creepy.
It who?
What? Wait, you said hi. Who
What's
you saying
that?
hi to?
Acrobatics at disadvantage. There, Charlton. Total of a 10?
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage. You get through, but you got mud all over the painting and yourself,
Oh,
and
that's
there's
right,
like
you had the
scratches on the tarp and stuff that you covered it in. But you saved it and you got it through. You did get it through, but it is you. But since it's covered, you got all the dirt on the outside, so you did get through.
Good.
I say to Baltrug,
Jump.
I say, did you just talk to that shadow?
Yeah, it wasn't moving, so I sent a message at it.
And the shadow didn't move at all?
No.
I'll send a message as well. And I'll say, what is your name?
I am Jade.
You guys, that's Jade.
Isn't Jade dead?
And as you guys come through, I think we're gonna stop there tonight.
Ah!
Just glaring at Baltrick and them like the whole thing was don't disturb her. And you go hi.
She's standing right there.
You didn't have to say anything to her.
She's
Said,
staring right at us.
doesn't mean you
I'm
should
just
say
gonna stand in her front lawn and just look at her awkwardly as
We
we
kind
go
of just
deeper
blew
at her?
up the wall.
Yeah, I didn't blow up the wall. For once.
You
All
still.
right, let me figure out XP really
When the
quick.
DM laughs, you've already lost.
I didn't laugh. The DM didn't laugh.
Oh, there's a smile.
that
There's
was
an
the-
inward laugh if we know
That
it
was
is.
the bad guy.
Hey,
Girl.
it could have been worse. I could have
That
had to
was
make a wisdom
Jade.
saving throw. I didn't.
True.
I would
I
have
need my pencil
looked back
Huh?
behind.
I need my pencil back.
Oh,
At least
sorry.
one of the two that you took.
At Charlton or at who, Varpu?
No, because I wanted him to go first. I wouldn't have gone before him.
Yeah, you were behind everybody.
Yeah, so I wanted to look back before I went through just to make sure, see if there was anything there, and then I got a 23 to go through.
Okay. You got through easily. No dirt on you, whatever. And nothing closed on the other side or anything.
Okay. So nothing weird behind us.
Varen
just
will
weird
be
shit in front of us.
possessed by it? No.
Oh,
Thank
crap,
you.
I
No,
forgot
no,
about the shadow.
You
No.
possessed by it.
We do not
Sorry.
wish that.
Oh, come on. You're in a tight space fighting Baltrug who's been possessed? What could go wrong? You'd be fine.
No, Varen would.
Oh,
Bob says that Varen's gonna be possessed by it.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time.
Varen's gonna be like, "Oh, crazy darkness, come into my body.
You guys should be
Use me
suspicious.
as your vessel."
You guys should be suspicious because I can't remember if it was Sabotage or someone else said that Jade killed her shadow.
Yep.
So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
who is that really?
Mm-hmm. That's why. Well, and Baltrick was under the impression that Jade was dead too, since we're going for their bones.
Yeah.
So that's why the last thing out of my mouth was, "Isn't she dead?"
Yeah.
What if it's
Sabotage says, don't
bone
disturb her bones.
inside of pudding?
Is what?
It could be the pudding thinking she's.
Inside of pudding.
Oh.
Okay, now that
We
we
do
are
see
done,
a black shadowy thing. Maybe that just is the
I'm
Elder
turning
Black
off
Pudding.
the music.
Yeah.
Music is over.
And it could be
Oh, God.
crazy.
Now I can hear you guys.
Cute. That's. I really don't want to think about that.
Yeah, that's not
Why
gonna
have
be
you
Wait.
done
good.
this to me?
Think about what?
If the bones, if the spirit is somehow bound to the bones, and the bones have been consumed by a black pudding, what if the spirit possesses the black pudding?
Yes.
No one's been down here long enough that it may not be a guardian anymore.
I'm gonna.
It may be.
It's
the Drake.
sentient.
Oh, I'm gonna
We already
punch an
know
elderly
that.
elephant in the
Oh,
face.
no, I don't like the DM's looks when you said
Oh.
that.
Seriously.
Yeah, he's grinning his
Like-
ass off right now. I
Oh
noticed.
yeah. Yep.
He
You
is
guys are pretty good. Just
I know
saying.
he's enjoying this.
I'm gonna
Spite
punch an
for me.
elderly elephant in the fucking face when we get out of here.
Right
We're
now,
all-
man, just gonna fight.
We're all. I mean, at least the elder black pudding doesn't shoot arrows.
Stop.
Oh shit! I just gave him an idea.
No,
Stop talking.
Stop.
there's
No,
no
well,
ideas.
He is
have a
directly
bow.
to your left. Shush.
At
Still
least this
listen.
pudding's on. Wanting to share a meal with us.
Nice try.
Yeah.
Nice try.
Invite us to dinner.
Do you guys
Doesn't
know
have a
what?
bow, it's not.
Do you guys
a
know
bow.
what Jade used to be?
I don't know this character at all. I'm a baby in your universe. I've been
I
in
know.
one
Yes, I
campaign.
do.
You can ask the former players. You guys can make theories. This is a good time to talk amongst yourselves.
I would like
Jade
to
used
hear
to be.
some theories.
Well, you see, Dorbrabor was this legendary.
This we will discuss off stream though, because we don't want to ruin any surprises.
So what we should do,
You guys can
Baltrick,
talk
is you
about
should
stuff.
offer her some of that wine that is as old as she is.
And
want-
then offer
you
her
want
the
to
keg of magenta that my brother has in his backpack.
offer her
Yeah.
some
Oh,
some
you have it.
acetone.
Oh, he has the magenta.
No, I do not have the magenta. He does.
Yeah, you have the
Dave, do you think we have a chance to make an offering when someone's wearing her her lover's armor?
Okay.
I'm just happy she hasn't noticed yet.
Bonus
Didn't we
XP.
do that RP?
Oh man.
What?
Bonus
You got
XP.
one of you?
Urgent for making that plague mask.
Oh yeah, very
Okay,
fair. For giving
XP.
the plague mask to
Yep, bonus XP.
or for Argent
Ar-
for giving the plague mask to Varen.
Yeah.
So I
Ar-
just made a plague mask and then gave it to Varen. This must have been
Yeah.
before I joined.
Yeah.
He's been from that slate, that giant piece of marbled slate that he got.
Ah, okay.
He made a big plague mask out of it.
Nice.
Argent for the idea of using pearls as magic bargaining chips.
Hell yeah. Those things are valuable as hell. Especially to spellcasters.
Calypso and Charlton for scoping out the area.
Mm-hmm.
For
Yeah,
travel.
working together
Mhm.
well.
Yeah. Many bonus points for the scouts. Hell yeah.
Varpu for actually observing them and then hiding, and then
Yeah.
being hiding well enough from the family to freak me out.
Charlton for sitting on the carpet and secretly wanting it to be magical and then remembering that he doesn't believe in magic.
Magic's not real.
I think we're just wearing away at that with him. We're just surrounding him with so much magic that it's
He's
becoming
kind of just like,
commonplace. It's just
maybe?
like-
No.
But is magic real?
No.
No.
I
We're
like
making
the-
him doubt himself.
Yeah. There were like multiple really good exchanges between Charlton and Calypso. Like, Do you think she would like me about the arrows and Calypso? No.
No.
Trying to activate the carpet and Calypso, do you need to go to the bathroom?
No. What? Well,
Yeah.
And then in the armory, do you think any of that's magic? And
no.
No.
I also liked Cedro's awakened mind to him saying, "Hey, there's a trap," and then his statement of, "Everything's a trap, which is why I'm still alive."
That was.
So just like, what?
That was thanks, Cedro.
Going to put on the plate armor and then taking a halberd and punching daggers with like no care for the consequences. Like,
Yeah. I'm
magic's
just gonna
not
put
real.
stuff on.
We just put stuff
Sure.
on.
Sure.
We're just saying that the armor is trash because it didn't fit his panache.
Yeah.
His style, it was that's junk.
I checked also, and apparently I was completely wrong. I can use any type of armor as a base. I thought that it was balanced so that I had to use non-magical and then add
I didn't think it was. I thought you could use
I'm wrong.
anything. Yeah.
Varen
But
for
yeah.
finding all the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Did we get Varen for breathing deep mask smells?
No. Getting himself high on mask fumes.
Yeah. It feels so good.
I missed that. I wasn't here for that line.
Do we
Kind of
have
upset I
Cedro
wasn't.
Yeah,
painting
his current buff is where he can't investigate. He's got disadvantage on investigate, but he's got advantage on constitution concentration.
Ah.
Do we have Cedro for painting Calypso has purple on the wall?
Out and me to all the rats.
Thanks for coin.
I wrote Calypso has purple if you have coin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Assuming these rats have coin.
I'm sorry. What did Cedro say that made me like I stare at him?
No, Bob. Bob, we are not giving the DM XP because you're funny. We'll start saving those in like a tab account
Bob
if you ever
says,
join
I
a
had
campaign.
some good comments tonight. XP for the DM since I can't get any. Actually,
Yeah, no.
you can get some because isn't Bob the skeleton still on the ship?
Bob the skeleton gets XP.
Bob the skeleton is still in the closet, arcane locked.
Yep.
We're gonna get to that. Years from now, we're gonna get back to that airship, and Bob will have evolved into like a demi-lich or some
He's
shit.
gonna be like so
Just an angry
swole.
floating head in the closet.
Argent for saving Varen from a curse with lesser resto.
Yes.
Very nice.
Oh yeah. Bob says Cedro for refusing to use the cleaning spell.
That's hilarious.
Again.
I don't know how close this is to where we're going through, but I had the exchange with the between Calypso and Charlatan when everyone was trying to pile on assistance, where she was like, "All right, now this time focus on the traps and not Varpu."
Yeah.
Then Varen gave me,
Next time, say
assistance
something.
on how to pick the lock, and I was like irritated because I don't like to be watched while I work. But then it worked awesome, and then he got shot with those darts, and then he squeezed my shoulder really hard.
That dexterity saving throw.
That deck save was good.
That back bend to not get shot.
Yeah. Charlton for taking that whole trap.
Yeah.
And the darts and everything. Yeah.
Bob says Varpu for trying to make it the Great Creep family by trying to infect Varen.
Oh yes.
Oh, you're dying. Here, let me wipe my blood.
When I got hit by the trap, yeah.
And Varpu stopped when Varen didn't want it. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
Yep.
You don't want AIDS? Fine.
No AIDS.
No AIDS roll for you.
I have to give it to Varpu for having my back while I was looking at the artwork. She was archering down the alleyway.
I mean, I've got a way to fight against the creep. It just might make you mildly insane. We haven't figured that out yet.
Argent for finding the first written thing, and then Baltrig for figuring out that it's all clockwise.
Oh,
Yeah, that it follows a path.
Yeah.
specifically he was talking about how the shadows were moving and looking, and then if it followed a certain order. It was very well, because that's he basically said it out loud, word for word, for how I have it written down. So that's why I skipped a whole bunch of the going through the rooms to rooms.
I'm in your head.
Extra XP for allowing us to fast forward.
Okay.
Argent and Baldric for teasing me when I was trying to tease Charlatan.
That was great. It was like zero hesitation for Eric or me. It was just like, oh no, yeah, we're piling on to Varen right now. This is happening. I also have to give. I'll give this to Argent, even though I was involved, because the piling on of when Varen was trying to get people to do things, I was like, I'm bigger than you, that means you have to do this now. And both of the largest siblings went, is that how that works?
Right? Like, I'm pretty sure I could blow you up.
Just making mental notes of, all right.
Varen for flexing at Cedro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny.
I skipped one. Back to the exchange between Calypso and Charlton. Varpu just being over in a corner, like drawing in the dust with an arrow.
And drinking.
Just like, and drinking out of the flask.
Varfu for like, I don't drink too much, and Argent for backing her up when inadvertently Varen made a statement of her drinking too much.
It's just exactly the right amount.
Just the right amount.
Charlotte for taking the opportunity to talk about Varpu's chest in relation to putting the armor on. Just the, his
bosom.
Thinking about smushing her bosoms and how it'll make her shoot better.
Yes.
Because it'll smush that one. You know?
The one?
You don't have to cut it off like the Amazon did.
So you could draw the bowstring more clear, yeah. Yep.
I mean, I've never had a problem drawing a bow with boobs.
Maybe it'll make it easier.
I too have never had a problem drawing a bow with boobs.
That's because you use a pencil, dude.
I should ask Varen. Varen's the only person that could understand both, you know.
He doesn't draw a bow.
Well, it's okay. It's okay. We'll get Varen a crossbow. It'll be fine.
Let's have a shootout.
I want to give Eric XP for leaving the room when the tagline for the episode was
when Ariel title dropped.
I did. I left.
Pat myself on the back for that one. It's happening now. It's so on.
No. Nope. You better make the title some random shit that she'll never say.
It's gonna be amusing. So she'll probably work it in. It'll be great.
I'm the bard. I can do this.
That's what I said earlier.
So
I was voted against.
You did it on purpose, or was it another accident?
Oh no, I did it on purpose. I started to say it, and then I looked down and saw the title, and I was like, "Oh yeah."
I don't know what the title of the episode is.
It's called Shadows of the Past.
Yeah, but she did say shadows from
the past.
Close enough.
Yes, very.
It's close enough that Eric stood up and left the room.
It was enough for a rage leave.
Yeah. Rage quit.
Surprised you didn't Alt F4 the Discord.
I remember what Varen said to make me respond with. Says the guy who threw a brownie out a window. I forgot what he said. He was like, we shouldn't disturb magical creatures.
Was it this? Yeah. Was it this game that we were also giving him a hard time for being bathed by zombies?
Oh,
It's like, well, yeah, what do you do?
We were discussing the size
I'm not
equals
bad.
trouble. We were discussing size equals trouble, and that's why I was saying Calypso is trouble. And then you said, well, you used to do this. Well, like, well, that, I was smaller back then. And then, then he said, yeah, you bathe with zombies. Like, I still do.
Yeah, that was right after you guys, like, talked about being drug dealers, and I was all like, what?
Yeah, Charlatan's response to me being a drug dealer.
Yes, that was good.
What have I gotten myself
Surprise!
What have I fallen into?
We once bribed several dwarfs to decapitate somebody with narcotics.
Who was it that tried to blame me for that?
What do you mean tried to?
Yeah,
Who did?
didn't we all?
Argent, I think it was. Blame
Oh,
me
yeah,
Calypso
yeah.
for.
Like, people won't kill each other for purple in other, they kill each other for purple here, but not elsewhere. And they're like, and then, was it Argent? He's like, we told someone to cut their head off to get more purple.
Yeah, we did that. Charlton rambling about his family tree.
Yeah, family tree.
Baltrig's passage through the crack.
Oh my god, little face.
His armor.
Your armor
nearly
crabs.
Sentient armor. That the armor is the creepiest thing we've encountered.
What, my armor?
Your
Armor's
armor
dope.
your armor's creepy.
Yeah, well, I mean, it does touch his body.
So is Evil
Ha!
Baron.
Boom! Bonus XP.
You saying somebody else's armor is creepy, says the guy with glowing red eyes now.
Hey, I got confirmed that weird is not nefarious, so I'm okay. The rest of you, bad. And I want to give Varpu for agreeing, saying that Varen was not nefarious.
Bob says Baltrig's joke about hitting on elves by mentioning the family tree line.
Wow, that was good. I did like that. It was very subtle, and I'm glad that Bob picked that up. That was
I
good.
didn't even hear it.
It was
I
very
did
subtle.
too, but I was busy drawing in the dust and drinking.
Was it Cedro that found the painting of?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Cedro found the painting, and then Charlton kept that one, right?
Cleaned
That's
it
the one
up.
that we have?
No, that tying it to his back.
Suggested.
Discovered what it was.
Made it
Was it
brand
Cedric?
spanking new.
It's
Cedro did it.
the ancient painting of King Reeves and his daughter
Lyra.
Lyra Reeves.
Right. I just didn't know if Cedro got
He's
that
giving us
part.
the squinty eyes look. He said the name, and then he did the squinty eyes look.
Lyra.
And Cedro cleaned it off perfectly.
Yeah, Cedro cleaned it off. Again, his use of prestidigitation on everything but Varen.
Actually, I think I already got that from
Yep.
earlier in the XP giving.
Baltrig just immediately talking to that shadowy figure.
Yep.
Hey,
Like, oh, we're not talking to that thing? Hey, how you doing there, thing?
Hello, creepy thing standing in the rubble, staring at us.
sup, weirdo?
What's
You're
up?
not very stealthy.
I guess
I
I
can
give
see
to Varen for reluctantly agreeing to allow me to polymorph it.
Oh, yeah.
Yep,
What do
we
you turn
agreed
up
with
in?
And then, nope, we're dimension dooring and said, "Foop."
No, this spell instead.
Bob gave us
Think about it.
all XP for being in a death trap dungeon and still ruled by our greed for the painting.
Not just the
Yeah.
painting, Bob.
What if we
Don't
just
forget
put
all the armor
the-
and the weapons and the chest.
What if we could just put the entire dungeon in Baltrig's bag?
And the
Me in the background
alchemical
going,
base?
No, not how it works.
Oh, Baltric rage explaining, having a quick one-on-one on bag of holding, properties and etiquette. Just rage is like he's stopping. I can imagine him stopping, sitting it down like we're having a talk here, guys.
Pulling out a bulletin board and like he's like
Yeah.
pointing at things with a
Little
stick.
blackboard.
He's
Next-
got
needs
all his red
Next-
string
yeah.
everywhere.
No, he needs a blackboard cantrip that just summons an explanatory blackboard. So
No,
can
he just holds out his arm and like pulls it down.
Projector.
Did we get Calypso's?
You know what? Fuck it.
butt dial to the
I'm
locks
writing
on?
that spell. I'm writing that spell right now.
What was that, Cedro?
Did we get Calypso's butt dial to the Loxodon?
She's still here snoring.
There's like a faint snoring from her bag.
This is like the 4th time as a character I've had to stop dead in whatever we're doing and explain a magical theory. I think the first one was when we were doing the whole doors thing with the prison, and Calypso didn't understand how they work, and I had to draw a diagram.
Yes, so the magical blackboard is just perfect.
Yeah.
I also like that. I like that it came out that his magical theory came from a drugged up guy on purple.
Yes.
True facts.
Explaining that his
Yeah.
magical theories might be a little flawed and he understands because where it came from.
Yeah, but it works.
I mean, it matches with the way he fixed the whole airship by drawing it bad on accident.
I travel a lot. I had to learn divination magic by correspondence course.
All right, are we calling it there, or anything else?
Oh, Cedro for picking up another pair of manacles, so he can, lock himself up.
Varpu for being the only person smart enough after we all squeezed through a crevice of doom to look behind us and make sure we weren't being followed.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Or impatiently waiting for me and Valkyrie to go through the
Making
crack.
all of us go first.
She's like, I'm waiting.
Oh yeah. She's like, "What are you guys waiting for?"
All right, children, field trip's over. Get on the bus.
Yep.
Don't make me count.
Don't make me count.
I love it. I
So
absolutely
good.
love it.
So good. All right, I think sounds like we're coming to an end. Calling it there. All right.
Mhm.
Yep.
We'll call it there. Everybody out there in TV land, thanks for joining us. Hope to see you again next week, 8 p.m. Friday. Also, tomorrow at 7 p.m., we're going to be doing Child's Play charity on an actual PAX sponsored D&D game that I'll be running for different Omega Knots from PAX. Come join us there if you can. If not, we'll see you next week.
Yep. We'll be hosting it, and you can join from this channel on the Child's Play Charity Twitch channel.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Oh, what time? 7 p.m.
7 p.m. for the Child's Play. Yeah.